I did not. I didn't say that. No. My son...
You have ruined that boy's life. He'll never be the same.
I know that. And
never be the same because of you.
But he knows
because of you, and you know what?
Nobody.
And you know what? You don't care. You don't care. You care about you.
No, I
You are the only one that you care about. You're the most selfish woman I've ever seen in my life.
No, I do care.
Who do you care about? When you look in the mirror, I care about me, and that's it.
No, I don't.
Alright, first things first, okay, hear me out. You have been contacting Detective Wallace again, I guess last night you texted him or something saying you wanted to talk, you want to come back and talk. Obviously it was late. We had just spent 3 hours with you here. You know, you pretty much invoked, hey, you know, you can talk, I want to leave now. Hey, that's fine, whatever, leave. Okay, we're done with you tonight. You want to do that. You reinitiate contact with him saying that you want to come back in and talk to us. That's fine. I got no problem listening to you again, but you need to be aware of your Miranda. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. You need to be very aware of it. Do you understand? Before we do anything, before we do any talking, okay? If you agree to it, hang on. If you agree to it, we'll sit here and listen to what you got to say. All right? But don't waste our time anymore.
I'm not.
All right?
I'm not.
Because it's very hard to believe, you know, some of the tales that you were telling last night and the previous however many times you had met with Detective Wallace and Clark.
I know.
So before anything else is said, there's a box here to be initialed by you, and I take it, you know, you are educated at the with a BA or BS in Business Administration. Is that correct?
I don't know what it's called, but it's...
But you can read and write in English, okay? And you're not under the influence or anything. You didn't come in here after drinking.
I don't do drugs at all.
I have to clarify these things with you, okay?
What is this for?
This is a consent to be interviewed. You're giving us permission to talk to you. You reinitiated contact. You said you wanted to talk to us. We'll hear you out. But you need to be aware of this before we go any further.
Well, I'm going to be arrested anyway, so I might as well tell everything so that you can...
Well, let me explain this to you first, please, so I can get this procedure out of the way, okay? I, and then you would initial here, do hereby consent to being interviewed by the below-listed Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office law enforcement official concerning the above-listed incident, offense, and I further understand that, 1, I have the right to remain silent and can invoke this right at any time during questioning. Do you understand what that means? If I do make a statement, it can and will be used against me in a court of law. Do you understand what that means? 3, if I have the right to speak with and have an attorney present during questioning. Do you understand what that means? 4, if I cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to me without charge before any questioning if that is my desire. Do you understand what that means?
Yes.
I wish to make any statement, I may invoke my right to an attorney or to remain silent at any time during the questioning. I understand these rights, and no one has threatened, coerced, or promised me anything in order to induce me to make a statement. I presently wish to make a statement and or answer questions without an attorney being present.
Yes.
Do you understand what that means?
Yes.
And you wish to speak to us? I have my pen on.
I got a pen.
Yeah, because I don't want innocent people arrested.
This is the box we're only concerned with. I just read to you. Initial in that box. I'm going to show you where to sign. Right here, subject line. Sign your name there. Did you find the water or no?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Let me see if I can get one or something in a minute. I meant to get a big box of coming in this morning, but it was before any of the stores had opened, so...
I'm going to tell you everything, and I'm not going to waste your time today.
Okay.
Okay? I promise.
Give me a minute.
I'm not going to waste your time.
Okay.
There's your pen.
I'm not trying to be skeptical, but you know where I'm coming from.
I know,
Okay.
I know. No, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm done.
Let me grab a pen real quick. Bear with me for a second.
Do not, like I said, do not, because I may question you heavily, do not feel like I may not I will be coming at this as the mind of a prosecutor and defender, because it needs to hold water and it needs to be true. And, I've got 10 other interviews that have been BS flags all the way, okay? So if I start getting on to you, don't,
Okay.
just answer the question.
Okay.
So wait till he gets back here.
I'm gonna tell you everything from the start.
That's all I want is honesty.
All right, Dee Dee.
Okay. I'm not gonna do no more. I'm gonna tell you everything from the start.
And again, before you say anything, you know, last night you were going to tell us.
I know, but you were threatening me with...
No, I'm not, we weren't threatening you with anything. We were stating fact, okay?
Uh-huh.
And whatever you tell us, you got to understand, you're going to have to prove what is the truth to us.
Yeah.
And like I said, from
Right.
our investigation, we know what the truth is going to be.
Right.
So let's
Well,
hear it.
But with James, I, was worried for him, and I knew the person that I keep keeping from you. I knew if I ever told them that I will definitely be under the jail, not in it. So, because they have a lot of involvement.
Okay.
Okay. First, when I met him, we met, and I was writing my book, and he was just telling me all about his life, and he needed, then I found out that his house payment was negative.
Mhm.
I mean, do you want to go through all the little details, or?
Well, I mean...
Just so you have a brief, I'll give you a brief overview.
Yeah,
He
I'll
was
listen
negative
to
in
what
his
you-
house payment. So I went up to the
To the
bank.
one in Lakeland that
Yes.
you live in now?
Right. It had a house payment at Wachovia. So I went up to the bank and paid his house payment for him
Okay.
with my cash that I
And
had
when
in
was
my
this,
bank.
what month?
It's all in my checking account.
All right.
It was $6,988. So I paid his house payment and found out that he was having all these problems. He had a problem doing all his collections because no one would pay him back. Once he
Mhm.
gave the money, they wouldn't give him any. They would say, "Get the F off my property," threaten him and everything. So he was having a problem with doing that. So he had asked me about doing his collections for him. Judy started doing collections. He went around telling certain people, Judy be doing the collections. He
Well,
says that no
why
one
would they
said
pay
that.
Judy versus him? I mean, did she have a better way of collecting money, or
Well,
what?
yeah, because they would give him a sob story.
Mhm.
They would say, "Oh, my electrics,
And she wouldn't
right,
put up with it?
Right,
Okay.
my electrics,
All right.
and,
All right, go on.
my kids hurt, and I'm the same way. Every time, I would try, it would be like, I'd end up paying their electric bill. I
Okay.
paid Cedric.
So you
plus
paid his mortgage payment?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Paid his mortgage payment and everything. Well, he was going through that lawsuit with Michael Ford that was coming up, and his attorney had quit on him, Valenti, because for non-payment, and he would not pay Valenti the other $20,000 because he felt like Valenti was ripping him off. He already paid $850,000 to William Gary, and William Gary wouldn't, represent him anymore because the case was over. Well, they had rebutted.
Mhm.
So he had that problem going on in his life, and he started asking me on, the collections and stuff if I would do it, and we'll work out something where, I get a nice percentage of it, because he doesn't get anything back at all. These people have lived rent-free for 2 years.
Mhm.
None of them have paid. He's got a house that, they've got a $200,000 house, and in 2 years, the people haven't paid one mortgage payment at all.
Mhm.
And so he said that we'd work something out, and Tori wasn't going after, a quarter of it or a regular child support. She wanted at least half, because he was lying about what he had. He was lying about his assets. Well, further on in, I found that out.
Okay.
But anyways, he had these people that would threaten him and all, like Greg Massey was one of them that acts like he's his best friend on TV, which is hilarious because, a lot of people know that that's not true. And that was one of the reasons why I was mad at Greg, because Greg acts like he's such a friend of his, but didn't even like him anymore. because he took advantage of him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to take advantage of him. I know it looks like that, and I know you think that I'm a horrible person, I'm just as bad as the rest, but what he acted like to me, he was very giving to me, and I loved him for that. He was very nice and very giving. He turned over that $1 million because he felt like he was going to lose it anyway.
Okay.
He wanted me to invest in, no, I want you to know that, so you look at that
Okay,
prospect of it.
we've looked at a lot of stuff in
I
the
know.
last week, and they've looked at a lot of stuff in the
I know.
last 10 months,
I know.
okay? If that's your opinion of it, that's
Yeah.
fine. Our opinion will probably
I know.
be different,
I know
okay?
your
And that's
opinion's
neither
different,
here
but
nor
can
there.
Can I?
But what I want to dig down to is how the man got killed and murdered on your property.
I know.
Okay, so
Well,
if
I-
you're
yeah,
telling
but you're
me that,
thinking
hang on a
that
minute, let me
motive-
finish.
Uh-huh.
If you're telling me he was very given to you, okay, so be it. He's
Yeah.
not going to be able to come out and tell us that
I
like
know
we
that,
went
but
into last night.
But I will love to give you names so that you can look the people up that know the truth, that know that he was like that. I have no motive. I have no reason. I cared about that man.
And how did he
I
get
had a-
killed? How and why?
Okay, Howard was on cocaine drugs. He was on crack. The guy was blackmailing with a crack photo of him. He had it in the top drawer of his desk. I don't know if it's still there. You can look at his office and see if it's still there.
Who's Stitzel's office?
Stitzel's office. Stitzel was doing all these transactions for us, doing all the paperwork and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I got upset because I didn't want all this in my name because I heard Tori was going to come after and sue me for trying to hide all his assets, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I had, a disagreement there, whereas Howard said it's fine, when I go to buy that other house, just put it in Char's name. I was being directed, what to do to keep it safe by him. He's a lawyer. You trust him. You put your trust in a lawyer, you should, have the trust. And that's what a lawyer's supposed to do. He's supposed to look out for your best benefit. Even with, if it's a lawyer, he's supposed to look out for, not for himself. Well, Howard come to me and he kept wanting more money, and then he started coming to for money. I didn't know he was using it for drugs.
When
We gave
was
him a
Howard
20,000.
coming? When was Howard coming after for more money? Like what time of year and?
It's all in my checkbook. You'll see checks written out to Howard. Howard's got
From
20,000.
from your checking
Mhm.
account, which is really money, like from
Right.
what bank? Which banking institution?
The Bank of America one. I can show you the checks.
Is it
They're-
a checks under one of your company names or under your name or what?
Like one of them's Shakespeare LLC.
Okay.
He got a $20,000 check.
And that was paid to Stitzel?
Yeah. Howard says, well, to protect me, we'll write up a loan thing, a loan paper saying it's, quote, a loan, Howard has a loan that he's paid back, but he never has the money paid back because he uses it all up. So I was thinking, how is he going through all this money? And I found out, me and got really upset with him. I went crying up to his office because really wanted Greg Massey sued. He was waiting and waiting for this man to be sued because...
By Stitzel?
Yes.
To draft up the paperwork?
Right, because he was supposed to sign this contract saying he owed $310,000. Greg refused. Greg says, I'm not paying you.
Mm-hmm.
Was really upset about that. He was very distraught, saying that, he feels like Greg took advantage of him. So Greg wanted me to start going over bank records at Wachovia and the other bank to see how many people stole from him, to see how much Greg had embezzled, because he felt like Greg embezzled, because as we went around checking with people, they were saying that Greg was getting cut off the top to get a loan for him. So like if you get a loan for $10,000, Greg would get, $1,000 or $2,000 paid back to him for getting the loan for you. Like, I'll get you a loan, but I'm going to take some of the money back. So when we found that out, felt like he was taken advantage of by Greg, and he wanted him in jail, not just getting his house. He wanted him in jail if we could find any type of embezzlement by him. So we started researching, went up to the bank, got all the little things. That's why I have all the yellow slips and all that. And I talked to, was upset also about the other court cases that Howard was supposed to be taking. So I went up to Howard's office, and I was crying profusely. I went in there crying to him because he promised this man, and this man was upset and hurt that,
Do you remember when this was that you went into Howard's office and cried to him?
I don't know, you can look at my phone records. I had called him and he wouldn't answer. There's a witness to that at that office. It was his old office on Alexander. There's a guy in the corner office to the left. I went and cried in his office.
So this is before Howard moved onto your property?
Right.
This is when he was on the old Alexander Street address?
Mm-hmm. There's a guy that's in the left-hand corner office that'll say, I went in there crying to him. Well, when I was in there, I met Howard's drug dealer. He tells me about how he's went around there and threatened Howard. He'll break his kneecaps, he'll do this.
So this drug dealer starts telling you how he's threatening somebody?
Yeah, he tells me. He's got a strong-arm man there, and he says, with Howard, if he owes you anything...
Were they expecting you to come there, or you said you went there to basically cry and plead to Howard?
Right.
So this drug dealer, safe to say this drug dealer wasn't expecting you coming in there?
Oh, no, he wasn't expecting me there, but I met him.
So why would this drug dealer with his strong arm start just telling you all this criminal activity?
Because we were talking about how Howard is, because he was telling me that he had a blackmail picture on Howard of smoking crack. He did. He said he had a picture of Howard with a crack pipe, and that he holds that over him, because that could go out to the public. And he says, because he left me in jail. He says, I paid him money, and then he left me in jail and didn't get me out of jail right away. Was
Howard sitting there when all this stuff was being discussed to you?
No.
Where was he at?
Howard was nowhere to be found. We were waiting for him. So we sat there.
In the lobby of his office, or what?
Yeah, in the lobby of his office. His office, like when the door was actually open to the little sitting area where the desk is. So me and him were sitting there talking. I could look up that guy's name if I got a hold of Howard's records, but he's gray-headed. He's cleaned up. He used to have like shaggy-looking, crazy hair. But
black male, white male?
He got arrested again, and he had to shave and clean up.
Is he a black male, white male?
White male.
So Howard's drug dealer is a white male that's cleaned up looking now? Yeah,
because he was, and I'm sure that's not the only drug dealer friend he has. He's maybe in his 40s. Howard just recently got him out of jail again, saved him on a big jail charge.
All right, so
anyways, he saves him on the jail charge, and he's telling me all about this. Well, then I figure out where all the money's going, why Howard needs so much money all the time. He has sores all up his arms and down his legs, I guess, from the crack, what it does to your body. So I have an intervention with Howard, and I tell Howard, I'm going to have to drop him, I'm going to have to write to the board, the lawyers, and the Bar Association, and see if I can get him debarred if he doesn't do what he said he was going to do for Abraham. I mean, you don't do that to somebody. You took his money. We paid you for... We paid him for all kinds of stuff for suing people, and he never even did anything with it. He didn't take them to court. So, waiting for these people to go to court, he's got checks for it and been paid for it. It started in Bird's office first. Bird got the case, and we wrote out checks to Bird first, and Howard didn't do nothing while it was in Bird's office. So we go, and now I cry and cry, can't find him for 3 days.
Can't find Howard for 3 days. So when you went to his office where this drug dealer started just divulging all this information to you, and Howard's, or is it David Howard, or you call him Howard, or what?
I call him Howard.
In his waiting room or lobby, and,
if
Howard's nowhere to be found.
If you talk to this guy, he'll tell you the same thing. If you talk to this guy, he's real open.
So this drug dealer is just going to plainly tell us that he was there with his strong arm to basically get his money and find out why he was left in jail.
Yeah, I mean,
tell us that he deals crack or whatever to Howard.
Well, no, he's probably not going to tell you that he deals crack, I'm sure, but you can find that out.
All right, so going back, you didn't come across Howard for 3 days.
Yeah, and I found out why, because he was cracked out. He had went over the edge and had got heavy on crack, and he had, been on cocaine, and he was all messed up. So I talked to him and told him if he didn't straighten up, we'd have to do something. Well, he promised me he, was going to quit. I told him that, I'd help him get rehab. I'd help him rehab. I would do whatever, he needed, whatever he needed to get straight, I'd help him. But he continued to do the same thing. He come after us for more cases so that he could get more money, and he was going to get, you know, more stuff done, and he was going to start sending notices. He eventually sent a notice to Greg Massey. He eventually sent a letter to the Knights to foreclose. He did do, like, a couple of things he said he was going to do. You know,
this is before he moved into the office on your property?
Yeah, he starts doing some of the stuff he's going to.
Okay.
Well, then, when we start talking about moving in $1 million, tells people that he's having to give it to the IRS. I think he tells Poppy, I'm trying to think who else. He tells them that, you know, that his money's being taken because he doesn't want...
So the $1.095 million.
Yeah. He tells Poppy...
Wait a minute. Was wanting to move and hide, basically, from IRS. Is it idea or Howard's idea?
Well, no, it was idea, but Howard, he wanted it too because he was going to lose it. They figured to Tori, because Tori knew about it. Everybody knew it was in that bank. And was that
like the last of his money left over?
Yeah, that was the last of what he had in any bank. So, because his other bank, the little $4,000, was frozen at the time. So, Howard wanted it moved. And Tori knew about that, so he started a rumor uptown, you know, so that it'd get around that he's losing it to the IRS taxes. What he does is he calls the place and has it moved over, has me start up the company, LLC. So he can put it as an investment, you know, investing. For me doing that, right off the top, I can get $250,000. He keeps the third. I start cashing it out as he needs it, for when he needs it for stuff. Plus, he wants me to find a business investment so that he can make cash so it doesn't show as money in the bank for Tori, okay? So we have the paintball field, and we have 3 offices to rent out. That way, he doesn't show his cash flow, and he doesn't have anything in the bank to go after. So that's why I've always said, if anything, I can get charged with helping him avoid child support, because I did that. I mean, that is something I should be charged with. I helped him avoid child support, but child support wasn't bearing yet, you know, it wasn't there. And once I found out and talked to Tori more and more and seen how much he let her struggle, I liked Tori. I felt bad about what I had done. So I started taking it back. I started telling him I'm not going to lie in child support court, which he got upset about to me, but I couldn't let her do that. He let her be homeless almost. She got where she didn't have a home, and he wasn't giving her nothing. So I made sure she got a house. I put her in that house that she's in, and I got her a car so she'd have a way back and forth because she was walking. And I told her, you know, I couldn't do that.
And again, out of the goodness of your heart, like you said last night, you made that comment, you're putting her up and taking care of her financially now.
Well, I was taking care of her, whatever she needed, just necessities, until it went to court. That's what I was doing.
A house and a car?
Well, yeah, but the house wasn't paid for. The house was rental. So I would make the rent payments. Like, I went with her to get the mortgage and all. I did all that with her. So I got the mortgage, and I told her when it comes to child support court, I wouldn't lie. I would turn over the Knight's house. You hear that in my conversation with the other stuff. But I turned over the Knight's house, and I told her she can have anything she wants because I know what happened. I know what he did. And I felt bad about it, you know, I did. Mm-hmm. So I told her she could have the Knight's house, whatever I needed to sign over. I told her I would tell the court everything when we went to court, and that I'll you know, if I can be charged with that, then I'll be charged with helping him avoid child support. So, got the money moved over now, and he tells me $250,000, so I go buy my Hummer. Because we're riding around the black Hummer. I have a black Hummer at the time, and he likes to ride around nice, and I ride him around, and so does Judy. So, and then I have about $100,000 that came in from Real Time. You can see my business part, and so really, however you want to say the vet was bought, but it was bought from that money, but I had $100,000 of my own money in there too. At the time, Real Time, you can see my checks going in the bank in January. So I didn't spend it all, and I left it in the bank. And then we got another letter. You know, we knew I had talked to Tori, and Tori was telling me that, you know, people were telling her to come after me because I took over his bad debts and he did them to hide them and everything else, so we start getting worried about that. So that's when we separate the money and we put it in ASTAT, you know, other companies, and that was at the suggestion.
And that ASTAT is under Shard?
Right, and that was at the suggestion of Howard, you know, so that it's a third party. If I give it to him as a gift, donate it to that company, then she cannot come after it. So I donated it to that company, so she couldn't come after it.
The ASTAT.
Right. So donate it so that she can't come after that money, and it's free and clear. And it's going to be a paintball field for the kids to use. But in actuality, he's going to make money off of that. You know, he'll get the cash flow from it. You want me to wait till he comes back in?
No, you can go. You can go.
What do you want to see if you can find that water?
Yeah, in a minute. Let me wait till he gets back.
Okay.
All right.
I'm telling you, I wanted you to know everything, the whole story.
Well, I do want to know everything, and like I said, we over the past week we have a pretty good gauge of what exactly happened, but it depends on you to make things right and come clean with everything.
I am.
Okay, and if at the end of this conversation you're wasting my Saturday afternoon with another freaking lie, I'm going to be pissed.
No,
okay?
I'm not.
Because, you know, with you coming clean with your involvement and what exactly had transpired to the point of how Abraham was killed and buried on your property, you know, I'm not a deal maker. I don't have that authority and power,
but you help
okay? What I document as far as being the truth and what you attest to, you know, and it's valid, it's truthful, it can be proven. It may help you out at some shape or form in the long run, but I can't make you any promises. You know, I'm just the detective. I'm not a prosecutor. I'm not an attorney that makes those decisions and deals when it all comes down to it. But as we discussed many times last night, you know, what is a jury going to think when they start seeing all the lengthy investigation laid out to them and all the documentation? And wait a minute, when they see these videos of these interviews and they hear it from your mouth personally, then that is what's going to push them over the edge, or that's what's going to make them believe or not believe what you're telling them.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, and so far, all along, everything has been bullshit.
I know, but I was scared. I was really scared.
So who are you scared of?
This man has told me.
This man who? This man who?
Well,
this man who?
Let me finish up. This man has told me. I'll do it when Wallace, because I'm going to have to repeat it off for him. Instead of repeating it twice.
I can back film in. That's fine. I mean, finish out your financial dissertation here, because he, you know, he and his squad have pretty much uncovered a lot of information that they pretty much know every minute detail of.
Okay. So anyway, so we go and he's going to make income from the three offices.
Going to make income.
Right, from 3 offices, so that way, if he ever needs it in the future, because he's got enough to live off of. He's a dollar store man. But, you know, we figured we'd do it as a joint venture. He told me we'd do it 50-50. So whatever, he'd get half and I'd get half. Whatever he needed, as long as I helped him out and gave it to him. Because he felt like he's going to lose everything, because every time he turned around, he was getting in a lawsuit, or people would threaten to sue him. So I went ahead and did that, and he felt like Howard had taken advantage of him, because all this stuff hadn't come to light, and he wanted to do these out of, he didn't care about the money. He's just a very giving man. He gave away $11 million before I even stepped in the picture. He literally gave one man $1 million. He does not care.
Is that Poppy guy?
No. Poppy got a loan for $1 million, but he gave Big Man $1 million too. And he gave Big Man's daughter $250,000.
Was that his uncle or something, Big Man?
No, wasn't a relative, just somebody to help raise him. So he did all of this stuff before all these people stepped in the picture. I cared about that man. I wouldn't have, there's a couple things in your statements that y'all make for premeditated or whatever you said. First of all, he had a car that we had just recently bought. If I was going to hurt him, I wouldn't go buy a Lincoln car. I paid his insurance like just 2 days before anything even happened. 2 days, I paid a full insurance of $700 and something. that you can look up. I wouldn't have had Judy there waiting for me at the Hard Rock if we weren't going to go to the Hard Rock. I wouldn't have a reserve.
Yeah, but wait, let me time out a minute, Dee Dee. That's just, you can look at it, you can explain it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But an outside source looking in, a jury member, can interpret it as you're just feeding the plot here. You're conspiring even more to help your cause in making this person disappear. And then the big scheme of things, with the amount of money that's being put here, put there, spent there. I mean, those aren't large quantities of money to spend and pay his insurance or whatnot. That's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to go out and buy, what, a $50,000-$60,000 Lincoln MKS or something. And then the sheer fact of setting up whatever, a meeting at the Hard Rock to go there and have some fun and whatnot, and then concoct the story that you gave Judy at 2:15 that morning, again, in my view, and in probably a jury member's view, premeditation, setting up the whole charade. But, having said that, please carry on.
Okay. I wouldn't have paid his insurance 2 days prior to that if I was going to hurt the man.
Why not?
$700 and something. Why do that if I'm going to off him? You know, why would I? Oh, his insurance, he'll never know. It's not paid. I paid his insurance. I had Judy was meeting us at the Hard Rock. We were really going to go out that night. I think I have a reservation at the Hard Rock, a hotel stay, if you can look to see if we reserved a hotel, because I was going to reserve a hotel. I don't remember if I was going to do it when I got there, if I got that one that time, because we went to Hard Rock a lot. I did that. That's the loader that you keep talking about, premeditated. Had in with that loader. He wanted me to go to that. He wanted me to go to that auction. He said to buy Tyrone Hunt a car, buy a car, okay, and go ahead and see if I can see any equipment that would help with the paintball field for the Army field, because we were spending a lot of money with James having to get that place graded out. We paid a lot for the orange trees to be removed, and then we constantly were having to have him come over there and move stuff, plus we needed all those palm trees moved. Those palm trees were moved down by the side of the house. So I thought it'd be cheaper just to have, you know, my own piece. So he's like, see if you can see something reasonable there, go ahead and get it if there's something good there. And so I did. There was a backhoe there that was decent.
So told you to go buy something at this auction?
Yeah, he said, you know, see if you can find something for the paintball field. And that way you won't have that problem and we won't be putting out all this cash, because it was like, I think it was like $3,000 I paid to get the place leveled, orange trees, all that
so
stuff.
why not throw a few bucks towards some of the farmers that live around there that already have all that equipment to come and do that for you?
Because
I mean, y'all are neighbors and stuff.
I know that. Well, we were. I had Farkas do some of it. Farkas did the back work. He did some of it, but we wanted something that would move stuff. Like if we wanted to make a dugout, or if we wanted to make a, you know, a part of the paintball field, we were going to...
A place to bury a body, that kind of thing?
No, that's not why. I could have had Farkas do that by telling him I needed a hole. I could have had James bring over a piece of equipment. I don't intentionally have to have a piece of equipment to do that. That was not the reason. Yeah.
Just a piece of equipment for purposes of your all's business.
Yeah. So we went and I purchased that, and because I knew I needed those palm trees moved and all that. There was palm trees on the wrong side of the property. We wanted them moved. I come back from the auction, got his car, Tyrone got his. We were doing all this, getting the paintball field ready so that, you know, it would be nice. And then there was what else did we do prior to that? I paid the insurance. I did all that. There was plenty of money still in the bank.
What time frame are we looking at? Can you
right
recall?
In that time,
but from your own memory, can you recall these dates? Do you know what month it was at this time?
All I have to do is look it up. I have receipts and bank statements and stuff, so I can look all that up. But all of that was done, and the whole time I'm doing stuff like I went and got his broke finger fixed. I did stuff for him all the time. When he
I
called
have no
at 2
doubt
o'clock in
you,
the
I have no
morning, I did
doubt
all,
you did
whatever he
things for him.
wanted.
I have no doubt in that. I don't think Detective
And-
Wallace has a doubt that you did
Yeah,
things for
and
him.
he knew everything that was going on. He wasn't illiterate to that. I mean, people can say he's illiterate. He knew what his money does, and he doesn't
Well,
care.
that's what
when
we're
it-
starting to surmise, is that, yeah, he was starting to get a little edgy because he's having problems getting some of that money in the last few months, and who pretty much has control over it, Dee Dee?
He wasn't having problems. I would write out checks to people he wanted loans for. I wrote a check out to Mary Crawford for $30,000 to a bar he wanted to give a loan out. The only one I refused was the 2 drug ones. I refused the watermelon guy, Babe Ruth, because he wanted to transport drugs in that. I refused the other one because it was a drug thing. I didn't want any part of that. If he wants to do that, do it with, something that he's got out of the bank. I didn't want to do it with that and get in trouble and get in this big drug deal thing like he did. He did loan sharking. He did that Clarence West and Freddie West. That was a big drug dealer that got caught with his money, and they had started investigating that, and they were trying to put on that because he's the one that loaned him the money. I didn't want to be a part of that.
Here's what's so hard to believe, okay?
What?
You talk about, I got this money and this. You spent $10 to every $1 his money on you or Shar. For every time you say, well, you look at what the money I got out. Okay, well, you got $5,000 here.
I didn't.
There's no, hang on, there's no documentation as to where that money went, if it actually went to. You gotta take your word for it that you gave $10,000. But then, hang on. But then you go deeper, and like I said, your expenditures were 10 or 20 to 1 compared to what the pittance amount that you're saying went to. So it's very hard, not only for us, it'd be very hard for anybody to sit here and look at the things and go, okay, here's this lady who got the Corvette, got the houses in her name, got the this, and then you're going, but business we're going to invest in and blah, 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 and what makes it really hard to believe is the lengths and the things that you did to after April 6th to cover up that he was, or to make it still look like he was alive, and then once it was looking like he wasn't alive,
well, I'm
to
going to
start
explain
putting
that.
it
I'm going
harder.
to explain that part. I'm going to explain why I did the link thing. So anyway, all of the money stuff said, I don't know, he'll probably take that back, but he promised that he would not lie in court on that. He knew what he did with his money. He knew he didn't care about that. So if he will stand up and tell the truth on that, the money is not an issue because his own cousin even knew. His other cousin knew. They knew what he was doing with me.
Okay, but here's the problem. Is a criminal who is completely unreliable and untruthful.
Okay.
I mean, we're looking at facts here, and
Okay.
that's it.
I know. That's why I did so much cover-up, because I was scared, because I know it's
Okay.
going to look bad. Okay, anyways, so I went ahead and we did the paintball, we got everything going there. I was supposed to meet Judy at Hard Rock. We're going to go over there and we're going to have some fun and we're going to play slot. But
hang on.
2 days
Have you
before
all
that-
even rented out that paintball field? Have you even collected any money from customers
No.
on that thing? Have you
No.
used any of that equipment
No.
before?
No,
And how long have you had it set up out there?
a while, but it's because once I got to meet, because that paintball field was my idea. I had already bought that stuff. I think I bought that before I can't remember.
I was going to say, you
Yeah,
didn't
that was
invest
mine.
his money in that. You did that before.
No, but he invested the $250,000 he put over there to make it look like he's investing in the kids, because we're going to build more fields. I already had the idea, that was all mine, but he wanted more. He was going to do more fields with me to be a partner. He was going to do the Army tanks. We were going to have Army helicopters out there and do barracks on the back half. That's why we got the back half cleared. The other 5 acres out back,
Okay,
all the way
go
out.
on.
So anyway, so Judy says we're going to go do that. Well,
No, was that you that said that, or Judy said that? You made the plans to go to the Hard Rock.
Well, I made the plans, but I was going to meet Judy over there. But we had to stop by the office first because Howard had some papers we needed to sign. We had signed papers on the 2 days prior to that, I guess. We had signed those other papers, the power of attorney and all that stuff. Had already moved. some of his stuff over there. It to the office. It was in a trailer. He had already moved his stuff over there. Baber went and got some of his stuff out of the trailer before anything ever happened. He was already keeping some of his stuff at the office. If you ask anybody, ask Baber. Baber can tell you, I think he goes by Pat or whatever. Pat can tell you he came around twice with at the office and got stuff out, packed boxes. So that guy that moved the final stuff out of the house, that wasn't all of it, because had already moved some of his stuff over there. He was coming by and getting it when he needed it.
Keep going.
So, I went ahead and we knew that we were supposed to meet Howard there.
Howard where? At the office or at the Hard Rock?
At the office. We had some paperwork that needed to be signed. And he had told me that we didn't even call him because he had told me just to meet him. I was like probably an hour late from meeting him because...
Meeting who? Howard?
Howard. Because, I was about an hour late for meeting Howard. But, and I were supposed to go straight from there, sign the papers, and then go straight to Hard Rock. And, meet Judy. And we had reservations. I would not premeditate. I had no reason to kill the man. I'd have no benefit from it. I already had everything he had, and he did not give a shit. He
and
really didn't.
What date was this, that you went to the Hard Rock that you didn't show up?
That's the date that...
April 6th?
Yeah.
2009?
Yeah, and Judy, you said you looked up. Judy's on the slots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So did you meet with Howard Stitzel at all?
Yeah. We went to the office and...
Howard's office?
No, my office on 60.
All right, and which house?
And
the one in the red brick house?
Yeah, because Howard moved over to the red brick house first.
Right.
When he moved from
He was
Alexander.
there for about a month until the two-story was done renovating. Right. So when you went back there April 6th to your office in the single-story red brick house, 5732 Highway 60, Plant City, Florida, was Howard already in the house next door in the two-story?
He was in the red brick home.
So his office was in there where your office was?
Right. He's in the red brick home, and he's sitting in my office.
Howard's sitting in your office?
Yeah, with another gentleman.
All right, who's this other gentleman?
One of his friends. I don't know his name, I honestly don't. I can identify him if I have pictures, but I don't know his name. But Howard is in there with him. We go to sign the papers, and sitting on the round couch has me open up the safe to put those 4 guns in it that he had gave me.
Where was the safe at then?
The safe was in the corner, like...
In your office?
Yeah. Here's the couch, and the safe's over here, and it's in the corner like this.
By where your desk is?
No, my desk is down this side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's on the window side, like if you're looking, there's the fireplace.
Where that TV was?
Right, and it's kind of catty-cornered. And you can look up the delivery date of the safe. The safe was originally put in that office.
Where did you move the safe?
I moved the safe to the Lakeland home afterwards. I moved it to the Lakeland home later, and you can look up the lock and, what is it? Something lock and safe or something, locking or whatever.
So they physically moved it to your Lakeland. Is there a big safe that, you would have to
jack
somebody?
Oh, yeah. Right. They have to jack it up and move it. So we meet him there. And Howard is really cocaine down. He is high as a kite. He takes marijuana too, and he is cracked out of his head. Him and get an argument about him not taking Greg Massey to court yet. He gets an argument about not doing all the stuff he says. Telling him that, he wants to go ahead and get a different lawyer, and Howard needs to pay him back all that money he's given him.
Starts confronting him on his services so far, provided by Howard Stitzel.
Right. And wants all the money back, or he's going to get him for basically embezzlement or whatever, taking stuff that, he didn't do any work for. He took a bunch of money.
Was And at this point, would you say to go there and start confronting him, or did he just think of it on his own, I want my money back, I'm gonna go get another attorney, just because he saw Howard sitting there?
I think his intention, he had been wanting to talk to him anyways about it, because we were, you know, you can ask Judy about that. He had wanted to talk to him about it because he had not been doing what he said. Every time we turned around, he would go through these fits of he's normal, and then he would crack out and be on cocaine 3 or 4 days at a spurt, and then he'd show up again in our life.
All right,
Like,
the bottom line is,
so
confronts him about getting his money
Right.
back and going, seeking other counsel.
right, gets his money back, seeking other counsel, and he's going to get someone else to represent him. Then Howard starts threatening him that he's got the Michael Ford case coming up, he'll end up losing it, and says, why? Everything's out of my name. It doesn't really, you know, it doesn't matter at this point. He can't get anything. And so Howard, you know, tries to convince him, you know, he'll do better, he'll do it like he always does. He's really good at talking. And he convinces him, you know, tries to convince him that, you know, don't do that and stuff. And so then I start threatening about the board again. I'm like, you know, I can get you debarred for what you've done to him. And all this money, every time we turn around, you need more and more and more. You say that you have to put some in reserve. He was supposed to put some money in reserve, and he spent it. You know how you put it in the, where you're not allowed to touch it? He puts it in that, and he touches it. And he calls me up to replace the money before he gets caught touching it, so that he doesn't get caught touching that money. So, we're discussing about that. Then he goes into the Tory, and I, you know, tell him, you know, of course I'm not going to lie in child support court. Tory's going to get something. She's going to get the house and some other stuff. And so Howard starts arguing about that, you know, with him, and they're discussing back and forth, and then the Greg Massey comes up. That's the biggest issue, and they're arguing about that, and he feels like Howard's taken advantage of him, and Howard's used him for all this money and kept coming after him for money, and wanting more and not doing anything. So then Howard threatened that he's going to, I had already was going to call the whistleblower on. That's one thing you can check with Judy about. I had, when that $1 million got over
Go on with the
in my
story.
account,
Yeah,
well,
just
when
stay
the-
on track
okay,
with the-
well, when the $1 million got over my account, I had planned on calling whistleblowers and getting a third of it anyways. And Howard's the one that talked me out of that. He says, that's pretty mean. You're trying to help the man, but you're going to turn him in for tax evasion. And I said, yeah, but he did.
Keep the skim off the top, basically, your cut of it.
Yeah, because I was going to get my third.
All right, so go back to this issue with Howard in your office with.
Right, so he says that he's going to turn him in for that and everything else if he does that, kind of like blackmailing him. He's like, you know what, you'll go to jail. You're going to go to jail for, if you turn me into the bar, you're going to go to jail for, you know, tax evasion and money laundering and bringing up all of it.
Okay.
So that's when out the gun, and
What gun did he bring in?
he brought out a 9mm. Greg Smith owns that now. Greg Smith has got that. His wife got it for being a, what do you call it, a police officer. So Greg Smith has that gun. Anyways, he brings out that gun and he goes to fire it. He didn't have.
So pulls out a gun
Yeah.
and goes to shoot Howard Stitzel?
Yes, and
Where was Howard Stitzel in your office?
Howard was where I kept saying the drug dealer was, because I kept trying to get away with using the drug dealer.
All right, let me get a gauge of it. All right, your office is basically rectangular, okay? If I remember correctly, your desk kind of faced this way, and you had like some other furniture here. You had like the little curved couch chair thing in the corner, and this was a walkway into the kitchen over here. There's a fireplace here, all right, and then there was a window here, right, and then there was another table or something with a flat screen TV.
Right. The safe is here at this time.
Okay.
That's not there. It's moved over some. This is the safe. There's a chair here, and Howard's about right there. And the door to the safe is open.
All right, so Howard is standing or sitting?
Howard's standing up.
And is anybody, where's this other guy, his henchman, drug dealer guy or whatever?
He's over here.
Like in the
Just
kitchen
standing.
area?
Yeah, just
kitchen
standing
area?
there,
Was your
yeah.
kitchen finished at the time?
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah.
All right,
So.
so yeah, probably so,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So you got the other guy was Stitzel standing over here,
Mhm.
and you're what, behind your desk?
Yeah, I'm behind over here. I'm
Okay, and now
standing-
where's on this chair?
Yeah, on this chair,
So he
sitting
gets
down.
up and pulls a gun, a
No.
9mm.
Pulls it sitting down. He grabs around for his back, and he's sitting down. He is like this, and he's sitting down and pulls a gun.
Okay, what'd Stitzel do?
Stitzel, when he fired, Stitzel's like really coked out. And I had my gun. There's a 4 things right up there. It has like 4 things in that.
Little,
Right, where you
like
can
a
just.
little gun safe?
Yeah, but where you can get to the guns. And had another gun right beside him. He had one of those rifle things that we had already took out of the safe. We were putting it back in. And that gun was right there. It was a .38, the one y'all have. Howard reaches around there and gets that. That is loaded. It's
Gets
got
what?
The .38.
And where was it again?
It,
Show me on here.
okay,
If Howard's here, we're in relation in this room.
we're right here at the safe. Howard's right here. He reaches for the gun.
All right, so on the door of the safe, you have like little shelves.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me the .38's on one of those shelves? Or
Well, it's not a shelf. It's like an insert, like a
okay,
pocket.
to hang
Right.
pistols on the
Right.
door, inside door of a safe.
Right,
All
inside
right,
door.
Okay.
So
Go
he,
ahead and sit down.
okay, so he pulls that out, and he fires at him.
At who? So take me back. He goes and pulls a gun. Does he try to shoot it at Stitzel?
Yes, he does.
What's it, malfunction or what? Or
No,
was it
he didn't
loaded,
put
or
one.
what?
No, he didn't put one in the chamber. You know how you pull a gun back to put one in the chamber?
He didn't lock the slide back in chamber
Right.
around, but he had a magazine in it with bullets in it?
Yeah, he didn't like pull right. Not a kind of. I didn't even think he would do something like that. I think he was just mad, like, you know what I mean. Money just been
All right,
like
so-
pulled up.
So he fires at Stitzel. Stitzel has the opportunity because your safe happens to be open with a loaded .38, and he reaches back and grabs a .38.
Yeah, well, all the
And
safes
what?
open. There's a lot of loaded guns in there. So he reaches back in and shoots once, and then I don't think the other shot. I don't know if it hit him or not. I don't know. So
Stitzel, from what you were telling me, fires 2 shots, but you think one hit.
yeah. So
Where on hit him?
I'm not sure. I was told that it was up in the right shoulder.
What do you mean told?
But
I mean,
because
you were there.
Yeah, but you didn't see any blood. He had a black jacket on, and you didn't see any blood. Got right up when it happened. Like that. He didn't fall back. He didn't. He got right up. Like as soon as it happened, he stands up. He didn't like fall over, slump over, dead. He's still talking. He's still coherent.
All right, so if he's talking, what's he saying?
He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's what he does. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
What's Stitzel's
Well, I'm driving my phone and I'm dialing up.
What's Stitzel or what's he saying or doing?
Stitzel's like in a daze. He's sitting there going, what the fuck just happened?
And what's this other guy standing in the kitchen area?
He's paying attention to me calling 911. I'm going to call 911. He's running around the desk to me. He's got a gun on him. He holds it up to me to stop. Stitzel looks at him and says, no, I need her. Because I thought he was going to shoot me. And Stitzel says, no, I need her. And he doesn't shoot me. I don't call 911. I'm dialing 911.
So you think this guy's going to come over and whack you or kill you?
Right,
and
right.
Stitzel's like, no, I need to keep her around
Right.
or something.
Yeah, he's like, no, I need her. So, walks out with this guy, and he tells Howard, you need to get out of here, man. You need to get out of here. I'll take care of everything. You need to get out of here. Tells Howard that. I say, Howard, can I call you? And I'm talking to him.
So this guy, this bodyguard henchman drug dealer tells Howard, you need to get out of here.
Yeah, you need to get out of here right now. And I
And what's at this time?
like, Dee, he's like, is it real, you know what I mean? He was talking
So
differently.
he just took a round, like, somewhere on his body, and he's sitting there like, hey,
Yeah,
wow.
no, well, it takes 2 seconds. He's like, stands up and acts normal, like, you know what I mean, for a second. And he goes off with this guy, and this guy and him are going through the door, and he's telling Howard to just get out of here, get out
So
of here.
this guy basically escorts out?
Yeah.
Where?
He's going into the other room, into the kitchen. He's just standing, they're going into the kitchen where I can't see what's going on. I'm talking to Howard, and I'm like, Howard, I got a call. And he's like, listen, you call. He says, everything's going to fall back on you. You have all that shit in your name. You're going to get in trouble for this, and I'm going to say you did it.
So,
he's like,
so a guy under the influence of what you're saying is cocaine and marijuana
yeah,
is all
like,
of a sudden having moments of clarity and,
he's a lawyer.
and processing quickly. He just
No,
allegedly shot somebody about how it's all
he-
going to come back on
No,
you.
he said that he's like, you know, Dee Dee, you just, we'll take care of this. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. We'll take care of it. He's like, you know, this will come back on you. We'll take care of it. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. And he's like freaking out. He's flipping out. And I'm flipping out for what just happened. So I go back into the blue room, like I said. I'm in
The
the
room in
blue
the back
Yeah.
where there was a bed, I think bedroom furniture?
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
was staying in that room?
Nobody at the time. I go back out and I sit in the blue room, and this guy's supposed to be taking care of it. You know, he'll take care of it. So I'm thinking he's going to go get Abraham help, and be okay. And I stay in the blue room for a long period of time, just waiting to hear anything. Howard, I guess, has left at this point from there. And he just tells me they'll take care of it, he'll be fine.
What, they leave in a car, they leave outside,
Howard,
what?
No, Howard and him came in a car together. Howard left in a car, but Howard left him there carless. That guy did not have a car.
So he's still
said-
on your property?
He's still on my property. And I say, Howard, can I call you? And he's like, I don't have my cell phone with me. So
All right, let me ask
Howard
you
didn't have a
something
cell
real
phone.
quick. Hang on. This guy so Howard takes off,
Mhm.
and this unknown guy escorts out of that room. Into which room did he go into with him after he was shot? When he's saying, I'll take care of this, I'll take care of this. Where?
He goes out into the kitchen, and then they go out to the garage, and there's a room right there.
Like another office?
Yeah,
Is that your
like
paintball office?
Yeah.
So he takes in that room or just out in the garage?
Well, just out in the garage. I don't know if he's taken him into the paintball office.
And is
He
this
was out
guy
there.
a white guy, black guy, Hispanic guy, what?
He was a white guy.
Any other descriptions of him?
He just looked like a regular average height. Trying to think of any descriptive, no tattoos, I don't remember anything, you know, tattoo-wise, or medium build, a lot smaller than you, not a real big man or anything. He wasn't real big.
About how old?
Probably in his 40s, or so.
And you'd never met him before? Have you ever seen him on Stitzel's office property or anything before? All right, so you're back in the blue room, and what happens?
So I'm back in the blue room, and I wait there forever. This guy's telling me he's going to get a guy to come pick the and get help. So he's got 2 guys on the way to go
So
get
told you he's having somebody come to get him help.
no, the
unknown guy.
Yeah, when I peeked my head out there in the kitchen, I'm like,
So is it
okay.
evident have been shot at this point?
Well, he has a black jacket on, so I didn't see, like, him bleeding or anything. I didn't see, like, blood, and he got up like this, and I didn't, like, see blood, but I thought that I seen just a little, like, go on the carpet, but he wasn't, like, profusely bleeding everywhere or anything. It was, like, you know, in a daze. But I know that I was, like, in a daze myself. I couldn't believe what had just happened. So the guy tells me, you know, he's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
He'll take care of it. So he's in there, and I eventually go and just tell him, I gotta go. I couldn't handle, you know, eventually I stay there, I sleep, I go to bed, I'm waiting for them to leave and get help and everything, and I lay down and I'm just miserable, and I'm hoping Howard will come back and talk to me or something. and I'm scared to do anything, because I'm scared to go in the other room. I don't even want to know what's going on and what's happening, and who he has coming. So I just lay there, and I lay there in bed. And the next morning, I get up and I leave, and I go about my business. I go over to the house, I do stuff.
So what time of night was this that this was occurring? So you basically just go in this
I
blue room in the back.
I talked to Judy about 2 o'clock in the morning or something.
So did this happen right before?
No, it happened before.
A while before?
Yeah, a while before. I talked
So why
to
at
Judy.
2 o'clock in the morning, why do you give Judy some other bullshit story about what happened? Why don't you just tell her what happened?
Because I was told that they would hurt me. I was told that I thought he was going to be okay.
So you thought it'd be better just to say that, Abraham got into
Yeah.
some type of sexual issue
Yeah.
with an underage person,
Right.
and somebody
Right.
got hurt or something,
Right.
and you sent Judy
Right.
to some hospital to follow up with this girl
No,
or something.
that was a different day. That time, the time he choked somebody, that was a different day. That wasn't that day.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Detective Wallace,
Oh.
but that was the same 2:15
Oh, was that
phone
one
call.
the...
It was 3 o'clock in the
Oh, okay.
morning.
Okay. Well,
All right,
anyway.
we'll carry on with this now.
Anyways, so we go in, and I come back the next day, and I don't see him anywhere. Out in the house.
So when he was being escorted out to the garage, you didn't hear him say, "Oh, call me an ambulance, help me,"
No.
anything like that?
Nope.
And you just go in the blue room, and you're frustrated or flustered that this has just happened. What am I to do? I'm just gonna lay here and go to bed. No, seriously. I mean, that's what it
Yeah.
sounded like. So you.
No, I was.
So did you fall asleep?
I was.
You fall asleep there because you said you
Well, I
woke up the
didn't-
next morning.
Yeah, well, I was not sleep. I was just sitting there, laying there, didn't know what to do.
So for the rest of the night until the sun comes up and the
Just hoping that
roosters
everything
start
will go
crowing,
away
you're
and that-
gonna then
right.
kind of walk out and
Right.
see what's going on. So what time do you think you finally left the blue room and walked out the next morning to the rest of the property or
There
the
was
house?
There was nothing there. I didn't see nobody.
Nobody was
nothing.
there. No.
I thought
no,
that everything was okay.
No blood smeared everywhere.
No blood, no nothing. No blood anywhere like that. And then I go and I find out that the guy is still there. He's
Where? Where on the property?
in the paintball room.
The garage?
The garage, in where the refrigerator is, that air conditioned room and stuff. And he tells me, he comes out of that room and he tells me that he needs a hole dug for the towels that they, bled some, and that I said, well, why can't you just burn them? And he's like, well, that'll show, blood and stuff. And I was like, well, why would you need a hole for towels? And I knew something had probably happened to him, and I just didn't want to know. I really didn't want to know. And I was like, well, why can't you just throw them away, or why can't we just wash them with bleach? And he's like, no, I need a fucking hole dug, bitch. I need a fucking hole dug. Just shut the fuck up and go get me a hole dug. So I call to get the hole dug.
James?
And I tell James that I need it for some concrete, and I knew I needed it for concrete and towel, so that's what the guy, he's like, Tony needs some, towel, some garbage put in it, or some concrete, because I had called him for holes dug for concrete before. In front of this garage, there was concrete poured in the garage. In front of it, there was concrete poured there, too. So I go and tell him, I need the hole dug.
So James comes over.
So James comes over and
uses
does
the backhoe that's already on your property.
that.
And originally, you tell him to dig it right behind that red brick house?
Well, I guess. I didn't know I did that, but then he goes and he digs it. And
Did
then,
you show him where you wanted it dug? Did you show him how big?
No, I didn't. I think I just showed him. I think I said, just dig it where I can, I don't remember like showing him how deep or how big or anything like that to dig a hole. So, then I went back into the guy and after James left, and I told him it's there, and I said, just let me know, and I went back into the blue room and laid down.
Okay, let me stop you there for a minute.
What?
You call, the guy tells you to dig a hole, or he needs a fucking hole dug for some fucking towels, okay? But yet, you call James to come over to run the backhoe? I mean, isn't that a little extreme for some towels? So you're telling us that you knew it was for a body? No, I didn't know it was for a body. He wanted it deep, you know, I mean, he wanted to make sure that, you know, he had, Why don't you just go outside, get in your car, and leave?
I wanted to, and the guy
But you didn't.
threatened me. He threatened me.
Well, if he's in a room with a body and some evidence, I mean, you could simply, if you went out there to contact James to bring a backhoe, and James comes over to dig a hole for you, and you're far enough away, you're a good, correct me if I'm wrong, Detective Wallace, probably a good 125 yards, 150 yards from the house where the hole was actually dug. You could have said, hey, James, there's a freak inside the house. I think he killed. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go call the cops. But no, you just sat there and said, here, put it here, about this wide and about this deep, 6 feet deep. Yeah, that'll, you know, maybe about 7 feet in length. That'll be perfect to fit a 6'5" man. Come on, Dee Dee.
Okay.
Here we are again.
Don't believe me on that part. So anyways,
I can't believe you on any part.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Really? Let's stop for a second.
What?
Okay. Dee Dee.
What?
At 11:45 that night, you talked to Sharp for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you just saw Abraham get shot. All this is going on.
I couldn't tell
Hang
you.
on.
I didn't want him involved.
Dee Dee. I talked to Shar. That call, there wasn't anything wrong with you. Nothing. Nothing was wrong. Everything was fine. Dee Dee, listen to me. Let's get a little farther, okay? Again, at 6:45 the next morning, you talked to Shar. Okay? No problems. Nothing. Dee Dee. Another problem.
What?
Like I told you, I'm pretty good at my job, and I've been doing this for a while. I've already found out where Howard Stitzel was that night.
Where?
He was in a hotel, and I have video on the other side of the state. I got video, and I've got his cell phones and everything that night. I already had that. Okay?
Well,
Why'd you come up with this story now? Tell me the truth why you came up with this story.
You just went home last night and started thinking of all sorts of crap, coming here and think you're going to make us happy. I mean, think we're idiots?
Because you won't believe that there was a person there that I don't know their name.
So you came up with this Howard Stitzel story?
The more stories you create, the less we're going to believe, of course. You're not reliable.
Because you don't believe that there is a person I don't know their name.
Why should we believe anything that comes out of your mouth right now?
You shouldn't, but I don't know their name, and you don't believe it, and you were going to arrest James if I didn't know the person's name.
I still may arrest James.
So you went home last night. On the way home, you thought up the whole Howard Stitzel story, right?
Howard, I think, had something to do with it because somebody, one of those drug dealers, knew we had cash.
But Howard Stitzel wasn't there.
But Howard...
Listen to me.
Okay.
Look at me.
Whatever.
Howard Stitzel wasn't there, right?
Whatever.
Look at me.
Whatever.
Dee Dee, look at me.
Whatever.
Dee Dee, look at me. You came up with that story on the way home, right?
No, I didn't.
When did you come up with that story?
I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't?
Okay, you didn't come up with it last night. It was probably about
No.
7:30, 8 o'clock maybe this morning.
No.
So what are you telling me happened? Are you telling me that's the truth?
Yes.
Dee Dee, look at me. You're telling me that's the truth?
Yep.
So you're telling me that the video that I have of him somewhere else isn't the truth?
No.
That's a lie? My lying eyes should believe you over my lying eyes?
Yeah, you need to check the date on that.
I already checked the date, Dee Dee.
Okay.
Dee Dee, why are you coming up with the stories? Please, just tell us the truth. Tell us the truth.
I don't know what person sent the drug dealer, and I wanted you to check out everybody.
Yeah, but that's not, hang on.
Howard, all of them.
Isn't
You
it-
wouldn't even look for nobody. You wouldn't look for them, you wouldn't
Is
let
it
me
not,
look
hold
for
on,
'em.
is it not clear to you now that we've been talking this long, that I have checked out all these things? You just don't know that what I've done. You just don't know.
And this is this is a different drug dealer than the one that sings his little crony to pick up whatever the $5,000 payments behind your son's bachelor pad at your property or at property? Is this a different drug dealer guy? Yes or no?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I think one drug dealer, I think the drug dealer yesterday, you said was a black male. The one today is a white male, that was scruffy, but then got cleaned up. So, but the drug
Because
dealer
you were
from
gonna
today
arrest-
The drug dealer today isn't the one that sends his little counterpart over to pick up the money from your Lakeland house, right? Am I right or wrong? 'Cause I'm getting really confused now. I'm really confused, all these different drug dealers and robbers and
Names
people
and-
shooting people and this, that.
Is it not apparent to you? Is it not apparent to you, really, that this is... What's the... Is it that the truth is just too ugly to talk about? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Look, it's me and you in here. Talk to me. Tell me what this is. Look, I can tell you what, as ugly, and like I told you yesterday, as ugly as it is, it's a hell of a lot better coming from your mouth than the picture, you know. I mean, the picture I've drawn is pretty damn close.
What's that?
Except for the small details of what actually happened in that room. Okay? It's
What's
just...
that?
I've told you, I've talked to you for 5 hours in the last 2 days. I've talked to you probably 30 hours overall.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Just tell the truth. Okay? Tell the truth. You can't hurt yourself any more than you've already hurt yourself. You really can't. There is nothing you can say that will...
Everything happened with all the people the same way every time. It's just that I don't know their names. All
No,
of
it
the people
didn't.
are the same.
No. It hasn't happened the same way. You have said so many different stories and spun so many different lies. It is amazing. You've got this imagination. I mean, maybe you should have written a book at some point because you come up with some of the biggest whoppers I've ever seen.
Are you sure you watched the videotape?
Dee Dee.
You clarified it?
Dee Dee, come on. Quit trying to live your reality. Quit trying to change. You're putting things in your mind and trying to live them out, and that's not how it is. You know, the only thing that's the truth is the truth, and tell the truth. Start it now and tell the truth. Come on. There very well may be another person involved. There very well may be that somebody else shot them.
It's
Okay.
2 people.
Well, then give the names. You know, look, you didn't on that night just happen to go by and these 2 people be there. You knew you were going there, and you knew the 2 people were there, and you knew what was going to happen. And it's time for you to tell the truth. Plain and simple. You can't keep spinning lies. You can't keep throwing everybody and their brother underneath the bus.
Because everybody and their brother had something to do with it. One of those people had something to do with it because one of those people knows. Because those are the people that wanted money out of him, Greg Matthew wanted money
Dee Dee,
from all of them.
the person who knows is you. The one of the persons out of all this that knows is you. Okay? You're the one who had the hole dug. You're the one who had the body put there. It's your property. All the money's in your name. Everything's you, okay? The only person that's going to answer questions here is you. End of story, okay? Because I can guarantee you, if it stops right now and the stories stop right now and where it is, like I told you, there's only 2 people that can be thrown in jail right now. That's you and James. End of story. End of story. Okay? Let justice prevail.
My son up here last night.
Well, worry about why we brought your son up here.
Did you hurt him?
No,
Did you yell at him?
no, we don't yell at people until they start lying.
Did he cry?
Nobody here has lied except for you.
Because you don't believe me.
Because you lied.
And tried.
Because I don't believe your lies?
Because I've had to lie, because you don't go and look out. Nobody
You
else.
haven't-
You don't listen to me.
You haven't had to lie, Dee Dee.
Yes, I have.
No, you have not.
I have had to rely profusely because you don't believe me. You don't believe me.
I don't believe you because they're lies. How can I believe lies? You lied because I don't believe you. That makes no absolute sense at all. I didn't believe you because they were lies. Okay? My God, I didn't believe lies. So I guess if I had believed your first lie, you wouldn't have to lie anymore, right? That makes a hell of a lot of sense. That's crazy. Think about what you're saying. I wouldn't have lied so much if you'd have believed my first lie. Well, no shit.
My lie all the time has been that there was somebody else there and I didn't know their name and you don't believe me.
That's
And then
not-
you tell me
because
you're
that's
going to
not-
arrest James because of that, and that's not fair.
True. That can't be true.
Well, I don't care if it's not, if you think
You
it's
know,
not true or
it's not true. You know it's not.
You won't look at any of these people
Dee Dee.
that could have sent them. You won't look at any of them. You won't look at any of these guys.
Dee Dee, why do I need to go in circles when the person who can answer the question is sitting right in front of me? Fuck. I could go talk to 100 different people. I could talk to the president and ask him what he knows. But the whole key here is, you know. So why would I go talk to 100 people when the one person who has the information that I need is sitting right here in this office right now? The one person who's got a dead body in their backyard, who's got all the money of the dead guy, who's got all the knowledge is right here, and then you're telling me to run around and talk to everybody else.
Who
That's
pointed out
bullshit.
exactly where the dead guy is buried. I mean, right on the money. Maybe.
And knew that he didn't have shoes on.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Come
Because
on.
I was told that, and I told you that.
By who? Who told you? Was it Ronald or who was it? You know,
The black
I've only got
male
18
drug dealer,
the white
or the
drug
white
dealer.
male drug
Did you
dealer.
ever talk?
Howard.
Did you talk?
Yeah.
And what did he tell you?
You confronted him about lying about stuff too. You did the same thing with him
What?
as you've done with other people.
What did he say?
You were going to pay money for him to make a report that he had seen. He told you he'd do it.
Okay, and what else?
That's it. That's another lie
How
that
about
you
Ted
spun.
Covington?
Another lie. Tell me about Ted. Come on. I have ran so many bullshit lies and little things, rabbit holes, as my partner here likes to talk about. I've ran through all of these. It is getting pathetic.
Because you want to arrest James, and you're blackmailing me to give you a name.
Look, stop your blackmail
We want to
crap.
arrest the person that killed
Mhm.
and buried him. Okay?
Mhm.
And so far, all the shit you've given us isn't panning out. other
Because I
than you.
didn't know their name, and I kept telling y'all that.
There,
and
you're putting a
you
plural, their name. Is it one person, 2 people, 12 people? I mean, I think tomorrow we're probably going to get a phone call about 10 o'clock in the morning saying, you know, guys, I really want to come in and talk to you. This time I'm going to tell you the truth.
I've told you the
know,
truth
we're having a
at the
party,
beginning, and you
there
wouldn't.
was 40
you
people
threatened
in
At the
my office,
beginning?
and we had a cake going.
Hang on, hold on. At the beginning, you told us the truth?
You threatened to
Hold on,
arrest
let's go
James.
back to the beginning. Live, and I talk to him all the time, and I text him, and he calls me back. There's the beginning. That was the beginning for 2 goddamn months.
You threatened to arrest James, and James has...
No. Stop that.
Get off
Stop
the
for a
back.
minute.
Get
There's
off
no
the back.
blackmail, there's no threat, okay? What I've told you are the facts. I laid out the facts there. I laid out the facts as they are now, okay? There was a dead body that you knew where it was at, that was shot with your gun. No, don't say, no, be quiet. Shot with your gun at your property underneath that slab.
As I was told.
No, stop.
It wasn't
Without
your
shoes,
fault.
and you put the exact spot. You put a damn piece of metal right there, okay? The hole was dug by your ex-husband, okay? Plain and simple. There's the facts. There's the facts. Undisputable at this point, okay? With those facts, the only 2 people that can be in trouble for this right now are Dee Dee Moore and James Moore. There's the facts. I'm not threatening. I'm not blackmailing. I'm not doing anything.
But if I didn't come up with a name that I don't know, you were going to arrest
No,
him.
look.
We never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, we did
a
not.
couple of times. Rewind the tape from yesterday.
You confirmed to us that James dug the hole. He admitted to digging
And
the
you
hole.
said if I didn't tell you who did it, that you would arrest him. And he
What did
kept
I
saying
say?
he
I
was
said,
gonna
go pick
call
him up. I said, call and go pick him up. What'd they do?
That's not fair.
What did they do? They went and picked him up. Didn't they?
Did they arrested him?
You talked.
They went and picked him up, right?
Yeah, but did they arrest him?
They picked him up. I didn't say they were arrested him. I said, go pick him up.
Oh. Well,
And he came down here voluntarily because guess what? He's
has nothing to do
cooperative.
with it. Right.
He's cooperative so far.
But I am
Unfortunately,
cooperative.
I
You
can't
want a name
believe
and you
all
want me
he
to make
said.
you up a name.
You are not being cooperative,
You
Dee
keep
Dee.
wanting me to make you up a name.
You're
Oh,
doing
no.
nothing but lying. You're doing
You
nothing
make
but
up too
lying.
much already. I don't want you to make up anything more. I want you to tell me the truth. Tell the truth.
Everything happened just like it is and all the stories, but I just don't know people's names.
That's not... Okay, let's go with your logic here, your lack of logic. You set up a little thing to go to Hard Rock Casino. You pick up... You go to your office, and there's two people that you don't know in your office. Are you kidding me? How in the hell is anybody going to believe that? Your own family doesn't believe it.
I will end up going to jail. That's fine.
Your own family doesn't believe it.
I know that. I don't care. I'll end up going to jail for it.
How do you not care? That's the
I don't
craziest
have
thing
a
in my
choice.
life.
I don't have a
No,
choice.
you're protecting somebody. You're trying to protect yourself because you know if we talk to the real person who was there,
They're gonna spill it all out.
It's going to spill it all out, and it's going to make it look worse than ever.
They're waiting for the knock at the door. Because
And when that
all
happens,
the evidence
you're really
is collected.
screwed.
The body's been uncovered,
Well,
the gun we have.
haven't you checked the body for fingerprints?
We're not going to tell you what we checked that body for. His body had his medical examination done.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to know any further than that.
I can tell you right now, it's a hell of a lot better to stand in front of that judge and be able to say, here's what happened, and I told him what happened, than to us stand up there and
Please show
paint
me
the
some
picture.
leniency, because I've been truthful. It's not going to happen now.
I
Now,
made
these
a
kind of
mistake.
stories.
Your Honor, I've made a
I
mistake.
told you the same story over and
No,
over and
you
over. I
didn't.
just don't
No,
know the
you
people's
didn't.
Oh, you
names.
told us a lot of stories over
Which
and over.
story? Yeah.
I
Just
can't
don't know
remember
their
them all.
name.
So how did these people that you don't know their name come to be in your house? How did that happen? At the time that you're on the way to
Because
there.
one of those people that I kept mentioning all their names, one of them had something to do with it. Somebody knew.
Oh, they knew that you were going to go. They knew you were going to the Hard Rock Casino, and they knew you were going to run by there. Oh, and the person that you don't know anymore, you had to carry on this charade for 7 months because you didn't even know who the hell they were. Right? Oh, that's right, because you're afraid of your family. The family that, they come up and they get money off your back porch, but they live over top of the
You don't
thing.
even let me look at a book to see if I can
what kind of-
That's like Barney Miller days. We don't have books of photos that you flip through. Everything's computerized. They're called photo packs, and that's neither here nor there. That's not going to do anything for us right now because all the facts and everything points to Dee Dee Moore. By the way, you still got all those phone numbers on the bottom of your feet? I noticed you added some on your wrist there.
I know I need them. I know.
Yeah, don't wash them off.
And what pictures? And what pictures are we going to show you? Of a white drug dealer in his 40s? Of a black guy here? Of a white person? What the
Yeah,
hell?
the way things are going, we'll be here for months going through booking photos between our two counties.
I mean, Christ, Dee Dee, when I sat here yesterday, you said, you tell me who. You tell me who. I could have said anybody. Hell, I could have said Dave Clark's name and you'd have gone, yep, that's who it
Who do you
was.
think I'm covering for?
The minute name. Huh?
I said, who do you think I'm covering for?
Why don't you
Well, then
tell us?
tell me.
Why don't you tell us?
Who is it?
She's
Who is
thinking.
it?
She's
You
thinking.
will figure it out.
She's thinking.
You're going to tell me. Think you're thinking, yeah, because I got the same facial tics.
Yeah.
You're good. You'll figure
Oh, is
it
that
out.
who I just said? Dave Clark. Is that who it is?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Absolutely not.
That's the only name you haven't brought up yet.
Well, all those people could have had something to do with it that I did bring up.
Everybody could have had something to do with it. I could have had something to do with it. He could have had something to do with it.
But you know I'm not the one that shot him. I wouldn't hurt him.
Then who did, Dee Dee? Tell us. Tell us. I guess it's so important that you can't tell us that you're going to let your son go without a mother for the rest of his life. That's great.
That's
so wonderful.
That's selfish. That's
What a
just
joke.
pure selfishness right there.
What a joke. You don't care
He is
about
your
it.
biological son, right?
So just because I can't give you the name of the person that shot him, I go to life prison? I go to
You know
prison
the
for life?
person.
Dee Dee.
Yeah, probably life term. Yeah.
Because
You don't
I
think-
won't give up the name.
It's not because you won't give it a name. It's because all the factual basis point to you as
Dee Dee,
being involved.
You don't realize that we're talking about life in prison here? Are you that ignorant?
What are you, 37 years old?
I didn't shoot him.
What do you think we're talking about? You think you're going to go to day camp, daddy daycare for 3
I
weeks?
didn't shoot him.
Dee Dee, we're talking about the rest of your life. We're talking about potential death penalty cases.
That's not fair. I didn't shoot him.
Fair? How hey, fair is somewhere where you eat cotton candy and ride on a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
This is life. Come on.
There's no pedicures in prison. There's no, having your hair done. There isn't wearing comfortable clothes. It's wearing jumpsuits every day.
Most people would run or something. They got felt guilty. I didn't do anything wrong.
Dee Dee,
I didn't do nothing wrong at all.
How can you sit here and speak of these stories and still wear that big old cross around your neck? By the way, where'd you get that nice gold cross from?
That was mine before. Everything.
Why did you say? Why does it have to be about?
Because everything y'all think is money. I could care less if I live in a cardboard box.
Where's the cross that used to wear? All the time.
I don't know.
It ain't that one?
No, it's absolutely not this one.
I hope not. We're gonna find
sick.
out. Well, there's a lot of sick things that happen.
A lot of people do sick things and keep things called like trophies and stuff.
No.
We just didn't know if you were.
Dee Dee,
just asking. Don't take offense to it.
At the very least, Dee Dee, you are part of accessory to murder. At the very, very least. At the very most, you're guilty of first-degree murder.
I did not kill him, and you know.
Oh, I know. No, I don't know that. How do I know that?
Ballistics, me standing up, height-wise.
Oh, that you have lost your mind.
You watch all that garbage. That's all crime drama on TV.
That is not happening.
That's not going to prove. That's not going to be the magical evidence.
But you kept blackmailing me, saying you were going to arrest him.
Oh, this blackmailing term coming from? I don't. That makes no sense at all. Absolutely no sense at all.
You're wanting me to force you to give you a name.
We're discussing factual basis.
And I don't. Factual basis.
Dee Dee,
I don't know their
Dee Dee,
name.
hush up a minute. We're discussing the reality, the factual basis of this investigation. There is no way, shape, or form it's in the context of blackmail. You're not being blackmailed. You're in here to discuss the truth about what happened in your office on the property where he was buried that you own, where you pointed it out.
I didn't point it out.
Now we're going.
I didn't do that. I told you that guy told me that stuff.
Hang on. Yeah. Dig down here and at an angle, right under that. Guess where it was? Right under that. Hey, he doesn't have any shoes on. He doesn't have any shoes on. It's right there. There's the gun.
The guy told me that.
Get rid of it. Oh, by the way, make sure you take the battery out of the handle because my fingerprints are all over that. Come on. Come on. Fantasyland's over, darling.
Now you referring to the battery and the laser sight? Huh?
So who do you
That's a nice gun.
Who do I think right now? You. You. That's who I think.
I would never kill him.
I would never do this. I would never do that. Hold on, I can remember an exact one. Dee Dee, would you pay somebody to say they'd seen all the police say? In fact, Dee Dee, would you offer somebody a house to say they saw? I would never do that. I would never, ever, ever do that.
Well, there's
never.
somebody her practicing at a range recently too with some firearms.
Yeah, she went shooting at the range before with that.
They know how to handle firearms. You know how to shoot that little 38, hammerless 38 with a nice laser.
I'd never kill him.
Master grip laser on it. That'd be real easy to shoot.
Never do that. Oh, here's the audio. Boom. Hey, I'll give you the house. Okay, I did that. Let's think of another one. Let's think of another Dee Dee more special that we've had over the last 2 months. Dee Dee, hold on. Here's another good one. The beginning of that one, 2 days earlier. Hey, Dee Dee, do you know some Toria? Oh yeah, that's baby's mama. Well, we got a report that she might have called Lakeland Police Department and seen him. Oh my God, if she did that, then there's no way she's lying. There's no. Oh my God! Thank God! No, be quiet. Thank God this is over. Thank God this is over. And you grab your phone.
Centoria, why didn't you tell me this morning when I told you that you had seen tears were flowing? Why didn't you tell me this thing? Thank God, you know how this has ruined my life. This thing is over. Gee, I can't believe you didn't tell me. You know how it's ruining my life. Of course, you know, the night before you were on the phone offering the damn house to make that report. I would never do that. Never, ever. Come on. What else? What else can we go over? Oh, the letter was classic. Let me type out a 2-page letter from an illiterate man. Mama, why didn't you, how could you not know my voice, Mama? This poor woman, 70-something years old.
I was scared.
70-something years old.
I was scared because I'm getting charged with a crime I did not.
Do you know?
No, back then you weren't getting charged with a crime.
You're
back
still,
then.
You're still trying to cover it all up.
Right, because I'm getting in trouble for something I didn't commit.
It's
I'm
funny,
getting,
you know what's
going
funny?
to jail for something I did not do.
I can imagine the jury and the judge are going to find it how scared you were while you're laughing, writing out the letter, some of the stuff you said. You know? You were so frightened, you've driven all over the hood in that Hummer of yours for a while.
Like,
you know?
Yeah, that sticks out pretty well.
How scared were you when you took some of the trips you've taken? How scared have you been? I don't know. How scared were you when you were meeting some of these guys up at the mall and talking to these guys?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were just scared to death. Oh my God, fearful.
If you were so scared with that money, why not just get out of town and move away?
If you checked them out, all these people, one of them would lead you to who was there.
Oh, so that's why when you met them, you told us
out.
about it?
All of them have been interviewed thoroughly.
Unbelievable.
What do you think they've been doing the last, 10, 11 months? Think they had just been sitting around?
And somebody's going to come into you with one of those guys and go, yeah, I sent somebody over there to rob them. Somebody's going to say that. One of those people are going to say, yeah, I hired somebody to go over there and rob them. I knew they were going to be there. I knew they were
No,
going
they
there.
wouldn't. You know why? Because none of them did. You did. That's why. Nobody knew you guys were going to be there but you. Mm-hmm. No one knew but you.
So I hired 2 guys to do it.
I don't know. Maybe you just did it by yourself. But we don't ever know the truth till you tell the truth. Mm-hmm. And you're not, I'm slowly but surely losing faith.
Did you forget between what time did you leave here last night? 7 o'clock or something? 7:05, 7:10 last night is when you left. Mm-hmm. You were here for 3 hours talking to Detective Wallace and myself. Have you already forgotten between the time you left and now what stories you had told us last night? At one point you were saying how you were in fear and he was choking you. Abraham Campbell started choking you. So he choked you there. He choked you that same night when there was a white male drug dealer this time, and Howard Stitzel standing in front of an open safe with access to a loaded .38 with a laser sight.
And then you shot him, and then Howard shot him. And
because I knew Howard would talk to you. You would go talk to Howard, and Howard would tell you I wouldn't do something like that.
Some property. Yeah.
And then maybe find out who did.
Everybody. Everybody. Well, you go talk to them, and they'll tell you this. We go talk to them.
Howard will tell you who did, tell you what kind of person I am, and that I wouldn't kill him. And
be careful what you say. Howard will tell us, because it ain't like that. It ain't like that.
He's an attorney with his own attorneys.
He'll tell you I didn't kill him.
Oh, you think so?
I wouldn't have nothing to do with
How many hours did we spend with Howard the other day?
Couple, yeah. It was a few hours.
I don't think I ever heard it once out of his mouth that Dee Dee Moore would never do anything like that.
She's a saint. She would never hurt anybody.
Nope, that wasn't said. That's the first time I heard that. Comes out of your mouth.
No, that didn't happen. We talked to him extensively. I mean, you're running into all these brick walls, Dee Dee. Again, you're spinning our wheels.
You're on the edge. You're standing there just looking over the cliff. It's just time to jump. Time to get done with it.
I told you not to come in here and waste my time again.
Well, I thought that.
You thought that story would work. You thought you were gonna fool 2 detectives with almost 30 years experience between the 2 of us with a story like that? Come on, that was a shitty story.
Hell, let's not even add him. How did you think you were gonna beat me? How did you think that?
Because you don't believe me that I don't know their names.
Because it's not true.
I don't
So you thought
know their names.
that I was just gonna hook, line, and sinker your next little story?
No, I didn't think.
How about the one last night when you got up there? Hey,
How
when
would
you
get
got real
arrested? You would go
serious?
actually talk to him, and he would
I've
tell you
already
what kind of
talked to
person I
him.
am, and he'd tell you
Oh,
I wouldn't do
hang on
that.
a minute. So you're gonna tell me Howard Sitzel killed him, and I'm gonna go talk to Howard Sitzel and say, hey, Dee Dee Moore told me that you shot the sumbitch, and then he's gonna say, oh, well, Dee Dee Moore didn't do it.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
would.
Oh yeah. Okay, Dee Dee Moore just accused you of being a first-degree murderer. What do you have to say about that, Howard?
Oh, she didn't shoot him.
She's a saint.
Come on.
Are you kidding me? What kind of fantasy land? Wow. Think about what you're saying. Well, I thought if I would lie about this, that you would check this out, that you would do this. Are you kidding me? Every little move you've done since we first met you has been calculated to try and keep us from the truth, which is Dee Dee Moore is responsible for the death of
I am not.
Dee Dee Moore is responsible for the death
I would not.
and that is the truth.
I would not kill him.
And it
Help
all
me,
goes
God.
back to you targeting sometime, I guess, last year with the notion of you're going to write a book about the man. Have you ever even written a book before?
Yes.
What?
Organize Me Now.
And is that published?
Mm-hmm.
Who published it?
Arthur Books or Arthur Publishing. You can look it up online.
Organize Me Now. What is this book, Organize Me Now, about?
Organizing your financial stuff.
Oh, you know that well, don't you?
For 2 hours.
Especially when it comes to other people's money.
I didn't steal his money. The
All right,
money
wait,
is. I didn't steal his money. I really don't know
Dee
the
Dee.
two people's name, and you don't believe me, and you were going to arrest
Dee Dee,
James
Dee Dee,
and blackmail me
Dee Dee,
to come
Dee
up with names.
For 2 hours last night, we sat here with RJ.
Court
and
would've
he
been-
cried. Listen to me.
Did you
But
just
think
hear
about
what he
yourself.
said? RJ, 2 hours here last night.
2 hours last night with RJ crying his eyes out.
While you were down here in this room. He was down on there, on the other end.
2 hours.
Same building. That's his mama.
Your son is going to school and getting ridiculed by other people because of you. Because of you, he can't even go to school and get an education right now. Because of you.
Ridiculed. I didn't kill the man.
Because of
Are you
talk.
kidding
Everybody
me?
knows this whole story between Plant City and Lakeland and
But
the
I
whole
didn't
east side of
kill the
town.
man. I said
But you know
two
what? You
people
don't
were
care.
there, and
You don't care because you don't care about anybody but
because you won't believe me that I
You
don't know
don't
their
care
names.
about anybody but yourself. You don't. You don't care. You're a selfish woman.
I am not
If I
selfish.
tell you the truth, can I keep my stuff?
No, I don't care about my stuff. You can have it all.
That's
You can
a-
have every
sit
bit
down.
of it.
That's
You
a
can have all
quote.
my stuff.
That's a quote. That's a quote from you.
You can
If
have
I
all
tell
my
you
stuff.
the truth, can I keep my stuff?
I didn't mean it that way.
Oh, yeah, well, you don't mean anything.
No.
You probably didn't mean to kill.
All my stuff.
You probably didn't mean to. That makes it better. Hey, maybe if you... Hang on, I just thought... Will you apologize for killing? Then we can forget all about it. Remember, that's your big thing. I've apologized for that. Forget that I've lied, because I've apologized for that. Apologize for killing. If we can just walk out of here and call it a day.
I didn't kill Abraham.
You're responsible for his death.
Well,
You
then
covered it up.
charge me for being responsible, but I didn't kill him.
Charge him for first-degree murder.
How can you charge me for first-degree murder when I
It's
didn't pull
easy.
the trigger?
The probable cause is that.
Because of the money, and the money I don't give a shit about.
I'm not talking about the money.
I don't care about the money.
Are you kidding me? You
I don't
don't
believe
care about
that
the
either.
money.
You started off
Shit,
this whole... You went to Lakeland and started telling, oh, I made $4 million. I'm a rich woman. Woo, woo, woo. You haven't made $4 million in your life. You're a liar. You are a liar.
That's what you're good at. That's your job, lying.
No, I'm lying because you won't look at the truth. You won't look that I really didn't know the two people. And it doesn't matter what I say. I keep making up all kinds of stuff so you'll check these people out because you won't look at the people.
Dee Dee, we've looked at everybody. Quit that stuff. We've looked at everybody. And you know where it all leads back to? You.
Because of the money.
It all leads
And
back
the
to...
money
No,
doesn't
not
mean
because of the
nothing.
money. Not because of the money. Because of everything. All roads lead to Dee Dee Moore.
The money
In the
doesn't
snow,
mean anything.
forget, the money's a big thing, but everything else.
The money I got legally, and And the people that were there will testify to that.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, why don't we just end this whole thing, because it's
Let's just go there and get the truth out of and this is all over.
And Cedric will probably tell you, I really didn't know these two guys. That somebody would have sent them.
Based on the last conversation we had with on Tuesday afternoon and the recording he gave us, I wouldn't bet on that, Dee Dee.
Mm-hmm.
The man doesn't like you. Okay? Do you think he's going to cover for you and say, oh yeah, I can't stand her and she's trying to take this house and lie to me that you know, still alive and well and I've been recording these conversations with her to you know to prove to you guys that she's involved in that she's embezzling his money. But you know what, guys? Seriously, in all truthfulness, there probably was two different drug dealers that came in and killed him at a property.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Yeah. Okay.
They would.
They would. What?
You're sitting there saying that I killed a man by myself and put him in a hole. That's what you're trying to say. That a jury really
that James dug the hole, so at least he covered the kind of physical aspects on it. With the equipment you have on your property, it's just not a big deal to move, you know, a 6'5" man that probably weighed 190 pounds. I mean,
when you
look like you probably got some strength to you. You know, it wouldn't be that hard to drag somebody.
I could have had Artis dig the hole. I was thinking of things last night.
Oh, we know.
He
even asked that. He goes, "Why did she have me clear her property?"
I would not have room reserved.
Cliff notes for stores.
I would not have moved stuff over to the office already. Baber came up and got stuff out of his stuff. Months before, he would have called the cops on me if I took something from him, and he told the hoot man that I'd bought his house. He told Hoyt that I bought his house. I mean...
Yeah, let me see that a minute.
The hoot man. Who's the hoot man? That's a new one. Maybe Hoot Man did it. Who is Hoot?
Do you think Hoyt Hughes might have been in on it?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You're positive?
Hoyt definitely wouldn't do it.
Hoyt wouldn't do it? I mean, he owed money to Hoyt. Hoyt owed money too.
Nope.
What about Hoot Man?
Nope.
No? What about who else? God, I'm trying to think. We've seen so many.
I only mentioned the ones that I thought.
Was it Eddie Dixon? Because you told me it was Eddie Dixon before.
No.
That we hadn't looked at Eddie Dixon. Oh, early on. Did you look at people like Eddie Dixon? Poppy. What about Poppy?
I know it's not Poppy.
How do you know it's not Poppy? You told us it was Poppy before.
I know what Poppy looks like.
But you know, maybe it was Poppy's people. Remember, he's a dangerous man. You remember all that?
Did say he's a terrorist or something?
A terrorist, he's a, you know, scary
maybe it
people.
was Al-Qaeda that came in that are connected to Poppy. That's it, Al-Qaeda. Yeah.
Dee Dee, you've thrown so many bullshit flags up, it's ridiculous. Why could you not come to grips with the truth? Why?
Because I didn't kill the man.
Then who did? Then who did? Who did it? Who killed him? Think real hard, because this might be a good one.
No, I'm not going to make up more. I can't tell you.
You can't tell me.
No.
Why can't you? Why can't you tell me, Dee Dee? Why can't you?
I can't tell you.
Why?
Just arrest me.
Why, Dee Dee? Why can't you tell me?
Because I can't.
Why? Why can't you?
You can't tell us because it's you and you're scared.
No.
That's what it is. Sure.
Why would I say arrest me then and charge me with it?
Because you know you're guilty. You know you did it.
No, I didn't. But why would I tell you to arrest me and charge me with it when I didn't do it? But I will go ahead and take the charge so everybody else is.
Then who is so important that you're going to take this charge for?
Yeah.
Let's hear this whopper. Let's go.
Yeah. Why can't you tell me?
I'm not telling you. I just arrest me, and I told you I will.
Why are you not telling us?
Something.
Why can't you tell us? Give me a good reason why you can't.
You told me last night you pretty much knew who it was, so you should know why I can't tell you. So.
Oh, don't play the games. The game's in.
Like that.
You tell me who it was.
Riddle me this, Batman.
Why can't you tell me, Dee Dee? Oh, 'cause you don't know his name. That's right.
It's one of the drug dealer guys, don't forget, black male, white male.
That mysteriously showed up at the place where they were just stopping by. It was just a quick thing, right?
How you doing, kind of thing.
All right, we got lucky tonight. There's Dee Dee. Let's kill him and leave her alive.
And leave her alive to be the key witness. We'll even do one better, come back and bury him on her property. Yay.
No, we'll make her bury him because she's scared, and then we can get money off the porch, and we can...
I don't
Yeah.
want anything
Yeah.
money-wise. I'll sign it over now. You can have what he gave me back. I will sign it over.
Just leave the gay part out. Just leave that. Who killed the man? If you didn't do it, Dee Dee, who did it? How does a 37-year-old white woman from Plant City end up in this predicament? This is silly.
It is.
And you're sitting there
It
acting
is.
like a complete idiot.
I know.
I can't. It was I can't. Ronald. I can't.
Because I wanted to check out
Very
who
gay.
all could...
I can't.
Greg Massey.
Greg
Did
Massey.
you ever check out
I
Very Gay?
can't.
What'd you find out was very gay?
Ted Covington. I can't.
What'd you find out was very gay?
Howard did it now.
What did you find
Dee Dee, I'm not investigating stuff for you. I want to know who killed...
Very Gay is related to Richard Land.
Oh my God. No, Richard Land's involved now?
No, absolutely not. Richard is absolutely not involved.
So why is it such a big mystery that Fairy Gay is related to Richard Land?
No, I didn't say that. He wasn't related. He knows of him. He knows who Very Gay is.
You said he's related to
Yeah,
Richard
he's
Land.
Well,
related.
not related, but he knows.
You're
Very
starting to get
gay.
mixed up. You're starting
He
to
knows
forget
Very
what
Gay.
you just
He's a
said.
drug dealer. So you never even
just dug
checked into
yourself a
him.
hole so deep you just can't get out. You don't even know what you're saying anymore.
Dee Dee. You've been going around since this all happened. You were calling Richard, you were calling the other people, and you're trying to come up with more stories. And that's right, Fairy Gay got arrested recently on a 40-kilo deal, and he had a black Mercedes, and this and that, and I
That's
think
not
it might be real. Yeah, you planted that fucking seed in Richard Land's head. So I get a phone call from him, this thing might be, hey, Dee Dee called me, and check this out. This thing may be bigger than you guys know about. There's been some drug dealing and this and that. Where'd you get that from? Well, Dee Dee was telling me about this. Dee Dee, it all comes back to you!
It's not fake. That was true.
Okay, well that's true, but it has nothing to do with...
Very Gay happened.
It happened,
The
but
FBI is looking for who knows.
if you want, okay, but he doesn't know. If you want to go out and read the newspaper and come up with somebody new next week, then what are we going to do then?
I didn't read the newspaper to get that information.
Oh, where'd you get it? Did you buy it from Troy Young? What the world? Where'd you get it?
No. And Troy Young didn't deserve to lose his job. He shouldn't have did stuff he shouldn't have supposed to have been doing. But I haven't done anything wrong, so I shouldn't go to prison for something I haven't even done.
Dee Dee, tell us what happened then. Don't come up with fake names. We need to run this down.
I gave you the exact scenario of everything happened except for the names of people.
Well, then why not give the names?
Every time I gave the same exact story of exactly how it happened except
No,
for the
you
names.
haven't. No, you haven't.
No, they've been...
They've been different.
Different versions.
Ronald. This, that, blah, blah, blah.
Shit, you even named your own son at one point.
I did not name my son.
Yes, you
I would
did.
never do that.
That was
No,
Monday
I
night.
didn't.
You did too.
No, I did not.
To Dave Clark, you damn
No,
sure
Dave
did.
Clark suggested that to me. He says, was it your son?
And what did you say when you were walking outside? Oh, well, he did what he did to protect his mother.
No, I did not. I absolutely did not say that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not. I didn't say that. No, my son.
You have ruined that boy's life. He'll never be the same.
I know that. And I
never be the same because of you.
But he knows
Because
I
of you,
would
and you
not
know what?
kill nobody.
And you know what? You don't care. You don't care. You care about you.
No, I
You are
do
the
care.
only one that you care about. You're the most selfish woman I've ever seen in my life.
No, I do care.
Who do you care about?
I
When you
care
look in
about
the mirror,
myself.
I care about me, and that's
No,
it.
I don't. I'm gonna go in prison for something I didn't even do and sit on a mattress with no pillow.
No,
With
they
no
give you
pillow.
pillows
No,
in
you get a
prison.
pillow.
Yeah, they give you pillows.
Oh, I heard
You
they
even
did.
get- yeah, you
No,
even
they give you
like a
nice
blanket.
pillows and blankets, sheets, all that stuff. You
Oh.
get linens in prison.
Oh.
Yeah. 3 meals
They're
a
not,
day.
I don't think they're
Oh,
300
it's just
count.
jail? That you
No,
don't-
jail you have pillows too.
Everybody told me you didn't get a pillow.
Falkenberg has great pillows. Orient Road has great pillows.
Oh, they told me you
In
didn't
fact,
get
the laundry room's right over here.
Oh.
Yeah, I see it every morning when I come into
Oh.
work. They're out there cleaning the sheets and drying. Oh
You
yeah,
can get a
it's
job
it's
too.
over
They
there.
can give you a work while you're there. You can clean,
Yeah.
you can wash, or you can cook. I mean, you do that for the rest of your life.
That's fine. I guess I'm gonna have to. I don't have a
Do you know
choice.
how to
I'm
cook?
trained.
I mean, do you have like culinary skills and stuff?
You're free.
Yeah, I know how to cook.
Can you cook for
That
3,000?
could be valuable over there.
Yeah. I can do that.
Maybe you can do that. You can like stir the beans and put together bologna sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's different trustee positions at different state prisons around
Look on the
state
bright
of
side
Florida.
of it. You get to blow through $1 million. A lot of people will never get to do that.
Yeah.
At least you get to do that before you're into your life ended.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go to prison and I'll have to fight my way out. I know.
You'll never get out. You're never getting out.
Why?
It's done.
Once you get sentenced to a prison sentence,
I thought
you gotta...
life in prison was 25 years.
Oh, no.
No. Life in
Murder,
prison
dear.
means like the rest of your life. in
Natural
prison.
born life.
If you were getting 25 years and the judge say, oh, 25-year sentence, 35-year sentence, 50-year sentence, life in prison means when you go in, you don't come out.
Yeah.
Kind of like the, what is that, Roach Motel thing? Roaches go in, they don't come out. You know, kind
You're
of.
the roach.
Yeah, you'd be the roach. You go in, you wouldn't come out. That's life. That's life in prison.
But I don't know what you're thinking.
But don't forget they have pillows, blankets, sheets. You don't have to worry about that.
And shower shoes. You get
Shower
orange
shoes,
plastic
yeah.
shower shoes.
They even have hot water.
They have hot water.
You get to shower with other people. You know.
It won't be like that shower that's in, that red brick home, that nicely renovated bathroom. It won't be like that. It's,
It's
big
very
open room,
essential.
tile, bunch of shower heads popping out, yeah, that kind of thing.
That's not fair when I didn't kill anybody.
But you don't seem to want to tell us the truth.
I mean, what do you want us to do? Say, all right, you're right, Dee Dee. Gee, that's not fair. I mean, we got everything pointed to Dee Dee more, so, hey, all right, not fair.
Hey, but she
we'll go
told
tell
us
the
it
judge
wasn't.
it ain't fair.
She told me it's not fair, and she didn't do it. So, Your Honor, I think that's...
That may hold
Reason
some
enough.
credence.
And I tried to name all the people's
Reason-
names that could have had somebody sent there to do it, and you wouldn't look any of them
That
up.
could have. Somebody could have done this. Somebody could... Of course, I was standing there, and I buried the damn body, and I'm part of it, but I'm not gonna...
And then I even
Didn't
showed
do
right
that.
where it is, underneath the little piece of metal, and whispered
Didn't
away.
do
Here,
that.
here's the gun that he was killed
Didn't
with.
do
Here's
that.
the body.
But I'm not gonna say who it was, but there's a ton of people that it could be.
I didn't do that.
Hell, it could be somebody that we don't even know about. It could be anyone. I might have passed the guy this morning on the way here.
Because 60's a real busy
Yeah.
thoroughfare between your county.
I might have seen him last time I went to dinner at Barnacles. The guy might have been there. There's a lot of people I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped off this morning at the Circle K. I saw some people. Might have been one of them.
Yesterday when we had lunch, that was a busy restaurant. A lot of
It's
people
been,
there.
it's been since April, so that person may not only be in the area anymore. Now you got to expand it to really the eastern,
Worldwide.
the western hemisphere, worldwide.
Let's just say worldwide. I mean,
So
travel
what
is
6 billion people in the world.
roughly maybe 6.2
It could have
or
been
something.
But
Yeah.
it's not fair. I thought
Yeah.
that
But there's only
justice, that
one
you go to
person-
court and get to prove your innocence, that you
There's
didn't
only
kill somebody.
there's only one person that had the body buried in their backyard. There's only one person that handed the gun over that killed him. There's only one person who pinpointed exactly where it was at, and there's only one person that can answer the questions, and it's not.
Yeah. Dee Dee
And
Moore.
it's you.
Yeah.
But you know I didn't kill him.
No, I don't. I do not know that.
No, don't you look at me and tell me that. I don't know that.
Well,
Don't sit there, you know, I'm not gonna be one of your people that you go talk to Dave Wallace, he'll tell you, he knows I didn't kill him. No, I think you did. I think you're a cold-hearted woman. I think you planned the whole thing out. I think...
We're doing we still got some other things we're working on.
Like finding out the real person that killed him.
No.
Oh. Well, I didn't kill him.
I wonder what's
in court.
exactly what's worse.
That's
Is it
fine.
jail or is the anticipation of going to jail that's worse?
I'm not running. I don't care. I already put myself mentally up that I know that I'm going to get blamed for this. I know that I'm going to go there innocently. And if y'all can put an innocent person in jail knowing I didn't pull the trigger and charge me with first-degree murder, you have to live with that for the rest of your life. I don't.
I honestly, since about Monday morning, about the time you handed over the gun, I've had no problems at all.
Well, then you live with
Especially
that
after
for the
that
rest of your life.
man's decomposed corpse was dug up from your backyard.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was sick. Do you
That
think
is
we
sick.
enjoyed that?
No,
Do you
that's
think we
sick.
enjoyed digging and pulling
I don't
sand
even
from
wanna
his
hear it
body?
anymore.
Why? You put him
Why?
down
You
there?
put him
I
down
did
there.
not
You
put him
showed right
there.
where he
I
was.
did
You had
not
the hole
put him
dug
there.
for him.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I shouldn't say a hole. I should say a rectangular shaft for perfect placement of a 6'5"
No one deserves
human
that.
corpse.
Not even,
Then
nobody
why'd you put
deserves
him
that.
down there?
That's treating that person like a piece of garbage. No one
And
deserves
that's exactly
Why'd
what
you
she did.
Why'd
I
you pour
didn't.
concrete over it? A week later.
that. I had already planned on pouring concrete there for a slab.
Oh, you could have poured it anywhere else. The boy had to be right there over top where that
No.
body was, didn't it?
No,
Didn't
I
it?
didn't plan it.
Didn't it?
In,
Well, we can't let a damn rotting corpse into our plans to pour that concrete.
Yeah. Well, put put the boat out there. Maybe put a big roof over
Hang
it.
on, hang on.
Put some
Dig a
grills.
fucking hole, bitch. Dig a fucking hole. Hello, James. Why don't you put it here? Because I'm going to pour concrete here
Yeah,
anyway. I've already planned the concrete.
Yeah, we'll just make the most out of it.
What's
make
the
a
dead
nice
corpse underneath it
patio
for?
or something, you know. Park
You
some
could have at least
RVs
like,
and stuff on it.
you know, while it was settling, you could have like put R.I.P. or put like a
make
date
a
or
little
something, and do like a
headstone or something.
headstone.
R.I.P.
that's
You know,
it.
AS
No one
is
deserves that.
Well, you were responsible for
No,
it.
I'm not responsible
Yes, you were.
for it. You think because of the money I'm responsible for it, but I'm not. That man give me that stuff that he gave
Dee,
me.
I think you're responsible because he's buried under the slab at your house. I think he's responsible because it was your gun. I think you're responsible because you ended up with every damn thing he had. I think you're responsible.
And you moved into his house in Lakeland.
Yeah, you
With
were
your
so
kids.
distraught you moved into his house in Lakeland that you never paid for.
Well, he won't be using this anymore. Let me just go ahead and move into it.
He's not going to need it. Screw it. Let's go.
Pack up.
You sold, within a couple weeks, you sold his cars. Oh, hey, he's not going to be using that car anymore. Sure, you like that truck? What the hell?
I'm
Don't
not
need it.
that sick.
Hey, really?
I am not.
Really?
You
Then what?
think
Tell me
that.
your
You think
tell me
that.
your thinking, okay?
You think that?
Buried on your property April 7th, after he got killed April 6th. April 12th or
And I
13th?
told
Hold
you
on.
I was
April
scared,
12th or
and I
13th.
cannot.
Oh, Jesus, I'm scared to death. Oh, God. Stingray, will you take this black one? I'll take that truck over there. Corvette.
Yeah.
Is that something that's scary? Is that a scary thing? Out of fear, you purchased a brand new truck for your boyfriend. I mean, that's your story, right? I can't believe that. That's great. Your Honor, I was scared to death, so that $50,000 truck helped me out quite a bit.
That car had to be gone because it was in my company name. It's under C.
Yeah,
So,
it had to be gone. I'm going to drive it anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe it had to be gone because it helped along with the story that he was gone. He was missing on his own. Is that right?
Yeah.
You
That helps, that
know
helps
how
some
foolish
validity.
this sounds?
Sure.
This whole thing points to one thing.
Greed.
First degree murder.
it's not greed.
Dee Dee
It's
Moore.
not first degree murder.
Yeah.
You can't get me for first degree
Oh,
murder.
yeah, I can.
Oh,
and yes,
contraire.
we
Yes,
will.
Yes, yes.
And you're gonna get a jury to convict me for first degree murder on
Oh,
something
yeah.
I haven't done.
Dee Dee, I just pointed out a lot of things.
Because
How do you think that
I
jury's...
had to cover up because y'all kept.
Oh, please.
Please, Dee Dee, I
I'm getting
swear.
charged with something I didn't even do,
Dee
and
Dee,
you can
please,
feel right
when it
about
comes
that.
time, get up on the stand and tell all your stories, because
Yeah.
they will eat that shit up.
I mean, the 10, 11 months that the Polk County Sheriff's Office has been conducting this investigation with mounds and boxes full of paper trail statements from everybody that you're pulling out of the hat. Oh, go talk to this person. You think they haven't already? 5 steps ahead of
How
you?
do you know that those people will tell
The
you
recordings, everything, the individual, Greg, that you sat there and pointed out where the frickin' body is on your property. Once all this is laid out before a jury, you know what they're going to be doing? Their heads are going to be spinning from so much evidence that is pointed at you.
And I knew that
And they're gonna say,
it's going to point at me. I knew that it's going to
What?
point at me.
Are
That's
you
why I
kidding me?
had to do the cover-up, because I knew it was going to point at me, and that's not fair, because I didn't do it.
Oh, instead of let's just take a shortcut and call the cops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, this happened. But instead, he's missing. Let's go out and buy the truck, a Corvette, or a slab.
Well, that's out of fear.
It is out of fear. I mean,
Fear-based.
buying a Corvette and a truck would probably make me
Fear-based.
feel a lot better too. I would think. I don't know. And then moving into
Was the
his house,
Corvette bought months before it happened?
whatever.
Yeah, actually it was. It was put with that $1 million
February.
Whatever.
I
There's so many
didn't
cars
spill
I
the
can't
$1
keep
million.
up with.
No, I
Yeah, you
didn't.
do.
No,
Yeah,
I
you do.
didn't.
I'll tell you what, you know what, you're gonna get 11 people on a jury, and you're gonna stand there and tell them, that guy, you know, he was down to $1 million, and he just didn't care about it, and they gave it to me. I think
No,
that's
he
gonna
put it for
resonate.
me as an
That's gonna resonate with them, because they're gonna go, you know, that shit happens to me every day.
Yeah.
You know,
They
somebody
put it as an investment.
here's my investment. I invested it in a Corvette and a truck. Oh, that's
Paintball
right.
field.
The paintball
No, that
field
was
that was
the-
already
there.
there.
Yeah,
That was my
let's dump
investment.
some
The
money
paintball
into
field
it.
that I had there.
Hey, what about this
months
little
prior.
scooter, the cooler scooter thing?
Mhm.
Was that another?
Was that another little business venture?
That was mine business venture.
Well, why don't you use that as part of your defense?
What do you mean?
Well, you can say that was another investment you made.
That's not the truth, though.
Well, nothing you say has been the truth. So, you know.
Everything's been.
So so in other words, part of the $1 million investment
You
was
don't
something
look
you
at all
already
the
had.
people.
The $1 million investment was something you already had.
That $1 million, he would not go into a bank and put that over into my name if he didn't want me to.
Dee Dee, please invest in your thing that you already have. Is that how it went?
No, he wanted a backfield. We were gonna do a backfield on
You didn't
Army.
do it.
Oh yeah, the field with the
Yeah.
tanks and the Army helicopters
Yes,
and
we had
stuff.
done
Yeah.
that,
You were gonna do that, but you didn't.
Okay.
You didn't do that.
But all that was mine
well, why
before
didn't
he
you
even
do it?
came into the picture.
Well, why didn't you do it? So what did you invest in? You didn't invest in nothing. You're right. What did you invest in? A house in Char's name. You invested in
No, the
trucks,
house in
cars,
Char's name was supposed to be rented out for offices.
Trucks, cars.
And they can have all of that.
what
We'll
else?
sign
What
it
else?
over to them.
No, you already said you would. You know, maybe we would, but you haven't told the truth. Keep
I
yourself.
told them we would sign it all over to them.
You know,
They can have all of
Can I
it.
keep my stuff?
No, not that. My physical stuff I came in with. Before my stuff, my personal stuff that I came in with, because I shouldn't be going to jail for something.
We think you meant all
No.
the stuff.
No.
Your
No.
stuff.
No,
Yours.
no.
So why did you come? Why
No.
when you first came to Lakeland? Why did you tell everybody how the millions of dollars you're a millionaire? I didn't need money. I'm a millionaire.
$4 million. I made $4 million.
You knew that was a lie. You knew that was a lie. So you were lying even before you killed. You were lying.
I didn't put it like that.
Yeah, you did. I got numerous people that said that. I didn't money. I had millions of dollars before. We even got it on audio. Out of your own words, your
So
own
I'll go to
voice.
jail for something I've not done.
No, you've done it.
No,
You've
I
done it.
haven't.
I would just like to know why you did it. I'd like to know why you did it, exactly how you did it. That's the only thing here. That's the only thing. Because it's intriguing. It's a hell of a story.
But I didn't.
It's going to play itself out for years to come in the media. They're going to be little hey, you're going to be halfway famous. You're going to end up on Geraldo or one of them, Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace probably, yeah. They cover stuff like this.
She's going to love this stuff. I think the only reason you got bumped so far is because the little missing girl up in Jacksonville or something. But you'll make it. You'll make it one of these days.
Yeah.
You're going to be infamous. Unfortunately, I think you wanted to be famous, but now you're
But
going to
they're
be
gonna be
infamous.
But I didn't kill him, so.
Dee Dee, you're responsible for his death.
Okay, then charge me for being responsible for his death.
That
But I
will,
didn't
it's,
kill him.
it's gonna come in the way of first degree murder.
That's not fair.
No, oh, yes it is.
No, because that's bribing me to get the names.
Hold on, we've done
Bribery,
blackmail.
bribery, oh.
What other things can you
Come on, think of some more.
accuse
Feed us some
of?
more. Awesome. Mm.
What other charges do you think we might have done? Kidnapped? Have we kidnapped anyone?
No, I've never kidnapped anybody. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I've never hurt nobody in my life. I would never hurt nobody. Ever hurt anybody.
Are you sure about this? I mean, have you lived anywhere else in the nation or in the state of Florida where you've embezzled money from some unsuspecting victim and then
No, and I know what you're talking about that.
and buried?
It's Kim Potwin, and Kim Potwin was not, she did not. She invested money to start a business with me, and then she started herself
And then you
taking,
left?
no, she was starting herself taking nurses behind my back.
And then you left
taking
with
the money.
$60,000? Yeah. What about the $100,000 from the cell company or whatever? What about the fire in Plant City with the records, and you made a little deal with them? Oh, well, if we just let this go, I won't tell them about the unlicensed nurses you guys were sending out. What about that one? Come on, Dee Dee.
I did not do that.
Oh, bullshit. We've talked to all these people. We don't talk to anybody. We never talk to anybody. You guys haven't done anything. Well, you know what? I've neglected my wife for 3 months because of you. So I haven't done anything.
Well, your case is over now, so you should be happy. You'll get to go
Oh,
on
it's
and
not
move.
over.
We still have lots to do. This is just beginning.
You ain't the only one going to jail here. Trust me.
Who else is going to
Oh,
jail?
don't you worry about it.
We're working on it. We've got our eyes on some people.
Don't you worry about it.
Who?
Oh,
Don't worry
but
about
I assure you, you won't feel good about it when it's all said and done.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't concern yourself with it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Because we don't do anything. Don't worry about it. You know, maybe our case would be done if we had the truth. That's true.
Yeah.
But since we don't, we're going to keep going.
Who
Yeah.
are you putting in jail?
Don't worry about it. I think we're done today. You ready to go?
Yeah. Don't stress yourself out too much.
Just anticipate it.
I know, just tell me when you want me to be here.
Don't talk about something else.
No, because you want a big show. You're only doing that to show off. You want the media there, you want the pictures.
No.
Okay, we'll see. I'll bet you money you'll have
Hey.
cameras lined up for me to walk into the jail.
Not at all.
You drove that truck, right?